Started.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Happy
morning.
Monday. I think I got it right this time. Monday, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Um, yeah. So happy Monday. It's the 18th. Um, yeah. So here we are. All of us
Mm-hmm.
again. It seemed
Getting
like we
closer to winter.
yeah. Is it cold there?
Yeah, it's 40
Ugh.
something.
Ugh. It's 64 here. So not too bad. I
I'll
just
be
got
right
a
back.
okay. I just got a cha-ching. I don't know what it was for. Possibly a. I was trying to find the chat here. It was possibly a uh, auction. Well, maybe
No.
not. Let's see what we got. See what we got here. Oh, okay. Somebody paid for their shirt, so that's good. That's always a good thing. Um,
Tell me when the coffee's done.
Hi. Shh. Bring it down.
it's all right. It's
Bring it down.
okay. You know we're all family here.
Oh, yeah.
We got dogs a barking and
Mm.
husbands and wives fighting, and yeah, we got it all.
And kids and girlfriends fighting.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
Not really fighting. She's telling them,
Well,
get off your man period. You're being a dick.
well, you know, sometimes I got to be told that. I'm sorry, but that's
That's
just the
true.
way it is.
They're men.
I always say though, I give men a lot of credit because they do have to put up with a lot of crap from the women.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
anybody that can put up with
Yeah.
that, I'll give a medal to because we are not the easiest person to live with.
I am a joy to be married to.
How did you like
Sorry.
man?
I couldn't hold that in.
That was a
I
straight face,
tried.
too.
That was pretty good, Sally.
Thanks.
That was pretty good. So,
when I managed a motel, this one guy, he was a customer, and he came up to the counter one day and and stuff, and we were talking or whatever, and he goes, must be a lucky man. He says, I bet you're just a joy to be married to. I was like, well, I think I am.
no shame in your game, huh?
See, my family, I have it all.
Yep.
I told my husband, I said, you better start being nice to me. I said, they tell me that I bet that he bet I was a joy to be married to with you.
Oh, I just think, women have so many. I mean, I should know. I am a woman. Last time I checked. Um, I should. We're so complex, and you
Yeah.
never know. You never know what you're gonna get when you wake up in the morning with us.
No, I know I'm a piece of work. I can
So,
admit that, but don't you tell me that to my face.
yep, the wraths of hell.
Well, see, me, I've never been moody really like that. Um, like some women are.
I think I'm bipolar sometimes.
Oh, I'm a pretty happy person. I don't get moody. He gets moody. Um, in his family, they can wake up and want to fight. Just Yeah, they're kind of that way. But me, I'm a mild-tempered Italian.
Well, you got something going for you then, huh?
Said that again with a straight face. Too.
Yeah, you don't hear that very often because Italians are usually very hot-tempered and
For me, I'm one of those people that if I'm angry, I will yell, and then I'm done with it.
right,
Just let me get it out of my system, and then I'm
right.
done. My
Yep.
husband, although, will hold grudges. He'll be mad
Oh
at me for
gosh.
days. Sometimes it's overnight, or sometimes it's all day long, and it runs into the next day. And then sometimes it'll go for like a week. Oh yeah,
So does he
he's
just
very
not
moody.
does he not talk to you, or
Yeah, I
does he
won't
give
talk
you
to me.
this the silent treatment?
The silent treatment. Don't want to talk.
Okay.
And it drives me insane because you know me, I'm a talker.
I know. I hate it. Um, but it was funny when I used to get mad at Mike. I mean, he would laugh at me when I tried to do the silent treatment on him.
Mm-hmm.
He would just laugh because he's like, "Hey, it's a lot more quieter in here." So, and I don't have
That
to
would
mess
get
with
you
you,
out of
you
your
know.
humor.
Oh my God, that really got me. I couldn't be mad at him for too long, but
Yeah.
it was funny. Actually, today it would have been 8 years for us. Today's our anniversary.
Well, happy anniversary.
So yeah,
Yeah, Gary's not all bad. I mean, he's a very sweet person. He's actually more romantic and stuff than I am. He never forgets my birthday. He never forgets our anniversary. None of that stuff. Yeah, some days he could just wake up and just want to fight.
wow.
His mom was the same way though. Same way, but
Uh,
he's less moody than the rest of them are though.
oh my gosh, Frankie's Fine says I tried to quit smoking when I was married. 2 weeks in, he came home with a carton and said, "Here, here you are, too miserable without these."
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I definitely think that we're pieces of work, and it takes a lot for a man to live with us.
Notice
So
none of the men are talking in the oh well Jim is.
yeah. Morning, Jim.
Good morning, Jim. Nice, Sherry. We've never witnessed Nikki lose her temper cough. Well, pretty mild tempered.
Oh,
I am one of those people that I just want to yell it out. I don't yell as much as I used to, but I just want to, just get the fight over with, and then it's over. Whereas Gary, I mean, he'll just drag it out and drag it out and drag it out by his
right,
silence.
right. Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
if you
if me
try the
and you
silent
got,
treatment, sorry.
no, it's okay. If me and you got into a disagreement right now, quick, arguing or
Hmm.
whatever, and then we'd be best friends in a few minutes
Yeah.
since it was done. You know,
Yep.
I just, that's all I want to do is just argue it out real quick.
Good morning, Shantae. Hope you're having a great day so far. What time I went to bed at 1
I went to bed earlier
because,
than you.
well, I let Elvis outside, and then sometimes I think he's got a little bit of hound in him because he was after something. I don't know what it was. It was dead of night and dark and everything, and he would not come back in. And I was tempted just to leave him outside, but I don't want to do that.
Mm-mm.
So I got my boots on, I got a flashlight, and, you know, I went and found him. I mean, he was still in the fence, but went and found him and scooted him in. I think he just gets his mind on something. I think it was a gopher or something, or a mole or something like that, and it was underground. Because I mean, he just kept going all over the yard. It was like he was on crack or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so finally, I got him in the house, and we went to bed, and you know, everybody was good. And I woke up at 5, and then of course I came in, and I was feeling pretty rough, and covered up for a minute. Turned into
An hour and a half.
pretty much, and woke up and said, "Oh shit, I gotta get my butt in gear here." So that was my morning.
I went to sleep at midnight and got up at 5.
Look at you.
Oh.
That's good
And
though.
at 6, I was at the dumpster. I didn't get very much.
Well, that's good.
I really didn't.
We don't care what you get, Sally. We just
I
want
know.
to know.
But thing is, I put it all in the back of my van. Then I backed my van up to the house there, and I distributed everything.
Good.
So, and I haven't even brought the other stuff in yet, but
Yeah.
everything went out to the front, and you know that I didn't want. It wasn't worth nothing.
Yeah.
So it was good.
You know, sometimes, you know, because I haven't, usually if there's like a damaged piece of clothing or a piece of clothing that has a stain on it, I'll get rid of it. I usually don't do anything
Mhm.
with it. And so I would say several trash bags of clothing in my garage, which my plan is
Right.
to donate that, get rid of it. And I haven't done that. So, but sometimes I have this kind of an overwhelming feeling to go out there and, you know, look for stuff, and I just can't. I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on how rough it looks, you know. I mean, especially like with destroyed jeans and stuff. I mean, jeans can be completely messed up,
Oh
holes
yeah.
and rips and everything, and still sell.
Hmm.
So that's one thing that goes through my mind. For kids' jeans, I don't hold anything that has holes or stains in it.
Right.
Just because I don't think that would sell.
Right.
People want full jeans, you know, for their kids. They don't want rips and
Right.
stuff in them. So
Right. It's a different thing once you get into the adults, and you know,
yeah.
I think it's more the women's jeans than even the
Mhm.
men's jeans, you know.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, and you know, I go through things and I look at them and I'm pickier now as to what I keep, you know. But I found a DVD player it's called iLive.
Hmm.
And it looks like a little CD player. That's what it looks like, is a boombox CD player. And you lift up the top, and that's the screen. You put the DVD, you know, below that.
Hmm.
Didn't have a cord with it, so I'm gonna see if I can find some batteries and see if it actually works. It has a a, a plug-in thing for like an iPhone, like
Mhm.
how some of those Sony
Is it the Dream?
so yeah, it's kind of like that. Like it's meant for iPhones.
Right.
Like you could connect an iPhone to it and maybe
Right.
play a movie
Hmm.
right off your iPhone. onto the DVD player.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but I have a strict rule is, I can't. I have plenty of stuff to go through. I do not need to go through those bags. So, once it's in the bag, it's good as gone.
Yeah.
So now I just need to, and I know my thing is I didn't want to donate it to. It sounds dumb, but I didn't want to donate it to a thrift store that I go to.
Right.
Because it kind of be like looking through my own stuff.
Yeah.
So there is one place, and it's close by. It's just up the road, so I can just go and drop off 6 bags, ever so often, and get that cleaned out. So
yeah,
that's my plan.
And then you won't even have to worry about going through it or nothing.
Yeah.
Worry about it being there.
Yeah. And I actually have just a hamper of and that is where I put my clothes that aren't going to work, that I'm not going to list. I put them in the hamper, and then when it gets full, then I put them in a trash bag and take them out.
Yeah.
So
that's a good idea. Yeah, I don't even like bringing them into the house because I don't know. I feel like if they come in here, that they'll probably stay.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll send you a message later, Shantae. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's Salvation Army. They throw a ton of stuff out. And I always find, anytime I go, I always find stuff to sell. Yeah. And I've had home runs out of the dumpster. So, nobody could tell me, oh, don't do that because you'll only find trash or whatever. There's like, of course there's going to be clothing that, has been donated and it's all rough and, has paint stains and stuff like that on it. Yeah, I don't pick that stuff up.
Yeah.
But and sometimes it's just like grab and go, but right. And I didn't even really dig this morning. Not really like I wanted. Yeah, it was daylight already. I feel weird in the daylight. I like to do it when it's dark.
You totally sound like a vampire when you.
I know.
I feel so weird in the daylight.
I do. Well, I just feel like more people are seeing me or something.
Yeah, like you're on the spotlight.
And so if I do it when it's dark and I have a big like I found a gift card in one of the purses that I found, and it was for $13. So I bought a headlamp with that.
Oh, good job.
I use that money for the headlamp that I got, and so I have this huge headlamp now, and so I can see in the dark.
Sure, and you've got your hands free,
and yeah, and I actually might go back tonight, just to dig. I like digging.
Right.
I get enjoyment out of that. I think it's fun, and there's not like poopy diapers or anything in there, like that.
Right.
It's not stinky trash. They rarely throw like plastic bags with like food in it, like it, it might be something that's left over from lunch or something.
Right.
But they usually they have a certain kind of trash bag that I know that's in and so it's like I know what those bags look like, so I'm not even going to open them.
Yeah, you just avoid them. That makes sense.
Yeah. And I've never seen a mouse there, never seen a rat or anything like that. So
that's a good thing because you probably wouldn't go back.
Yeah, I know. I know it.
Hello, Miss Sassy. Yeah. Sassy.
So one thing that I have to tell you this morning that happened to me was one of the bags that I picked up. It had my niece's school ID in it. Yeah.
Ooh.
And I don't. It's Lexi.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen her in probably a year.
Uh-huh.
Because her mom's in jail and stuff, and her dad has custody of her, and we barely ever get to see her. Like, even her grandma and stuff has a hard time getting to see her.
Yeah.
So it just, I showed my kids her ID, and I'm like, Who does that look like?" And her name's on it, and they said, "Oh, I think I might know her." And I'm like, yeah. And they said, "No, because of her last name, she
Right.
has a lot, she has, I guess they went to school with somebody named Morgan, and they think that that's her sister."
Mm.
And I'm like, "That's Lexi." They're like, "No, it's not." "Yeah, it is." "No, it's not." Well, the last time that they've seen her was probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
It's been a while. And because they don't go to all the family functions that me and Brandon go to,
Right.
So yeah, they haven't seen her in a long time. They still think she's a toddler.
Oh my gosh. And so how old is she?
She's got to be at least 11, if not 12.
Yeah.
And so they don't see her as being
Right. Because the last
almost a
time they seen her,
teenager.
was probably she was little. So,
Hmm.
yep.
Yeah. It was just crazy that I found her ID.
Yeah.
Made me really
Well,
miss her.
something like that, especially if she's local,
Mm.
maybe see if you can, try to see her,
She lives down the street.
Really?
Yeah, like she lives literally less than a quarter of a mile from me.
Mm.
No, I'd use that as a. Oh shit! I use that as a way to go see it.
Yeah, did you save the ID?
Mm-hmm.
I'd go down there and say, I found this in the trash. I didn't know if you guys wanted it. And that would be your way in.
I don't know.
I mean, it's worth a try. She may be having a hard time or something and maybe need, family around. So I don't know. But I know that it's hard,
I
when
don't want to
you're,
create drama in the family either,
well,
because it might make it even harder for, Pee Wee to go see her or something,
right.
you know.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is this
Yep.
Brandon's family?
Huh?
Yeah, it's his.
Family?
Yeah, it's his sister's
Daughter.
daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And her mom's in jail, so she lives with her dad and her dad's new wife, which they just, with the rest of the family, they think that, like, they're so much better. They used to be drug addicts. I think they still are drug addicts, but
Hmm.
um he's a fireman now, so he thinks that he's the shit.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
it's just an awful situation.
yeah.
And Lexi's been through a lot of hard stuff, and
Yeah.
you know
Well,
he's got like 5 kids, so so it's one of those households where she's the oldest, so she's going to be the one who's babysitting and all of that. Just hard situation.
yeah. Good morning, Robin.
Morning, Robin. Morning, Sassy.
Hope
Morning,
everybody's doing
Charles.
good this morning. I got my boots packed. Actually, I did all my shipping last night after the show.
I gotta
So
do mine still.
I did good with that. I do have actually 2 more packages to ship this morning. They paid, so, and
Awesome.
I sold a pair of jeans.
Woo!
So
What brand?
7.
Oh,
So I gotta get those packed up.
that's like mid.
Yeah,
Mid.
I would say, I would say higher mid area. Yeah, it's a good brand.
Yeah. How are you having the worst weekend, Robin? Are you listing? Hmm. I'm gonna have to get my stuff
Okay, here we
together.
go. Here we go, Robin. Gotta warm up my hands. Hey, you ready? This is a big one, so get ready.
Catch it.
Tom McCoo. There you go. There's your good reseller juju.
Now she starts getting cha-chings. You realize how fast your subscriptions are going to
I
go up?
know. That's cool. Everybody's gonna be wanting that stuff. It's so powerful. Just keep listing. Just keep listing.
Yeah.
Just like Dory says, just keep swimming. Just keep listing. Just keep listing.
Yep.
You know, sometimes when I have a rough weekend, my week is good. During the week is good, you know.
Right.
So
Exactly. I
there's
mean,
hope,
you can't.
Robin.
It's just one of those things, and you know, it's like they turn the switch off, and then Monday morning comes, and then that's when you get all the sales. So don't get discouraged. Just keep
Yeah.
on keeping on.
And we're bound to have a day or so that's, you know, slow or whatever, but
Right.
it'll get there.
Good morning, Tessa.
Um,
Silver Hair
Long
Stacker
and
says, well, that
inevitable.
was a heck of a thing. Yep.
Mhm.
Just keep listing. Just keep listing. And I know that gets hard. It kind of, it gets difficult when you're listing and listing and listing and you're not getting anything from it.
Yeah.
Go in, check if you're doing promoted sales or promoted listings, go in and check those. If you're doing a sale, make sure you got one going. Um, make sure that all of your handling time is right. Um,
Double check your shipping.
yeah.
Sometimes, especially if you do calculated shipping,
Mhm.
sometimes the calculated shipping looks really high.
Mhm. Yep. So, sometimes you just have to go through and make sure that, things are right. It is a computerized system, so there are things that can go wrong, and um, sometimes you have to check up on those kind of
Hmm.
things.
Your
So,
see what your shipping's gonna be, because
yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that one time Sally was looking at her stuff, and it was like for a plush, it was like $80 to send the thing. We were like, what the heck is going on here? And it was a good thing that we caught it because, she wasn't getting very many sales. So that was kind of a key or, a red flag to look into seeing what's going on.
yeah.
Um, so, and that thing like yesterday, because I didn't know, I thought you had to do the business policies, which I understand, you know, if you can opt out of those if you want to. So I found out about that, and so I opted out of them, but then I still had to go through and make sure that all of my listings were, had the right handling time and shipping and all of that. So that took a little bit, but now I know that everything is is good to go. So,
What happened yesterday?
um, what do you mean? I didn't know because I was kind of confused with the whole business policy thing. Um, I was actually really confused with it. It was really frustrating me. And so because what I would do is I had a policy for calculated sales, first class. Well, I would go through and I would update all the listings that needed um, that kind of shipping, and then it was like there was another policy already made for that. So I would go through there, and then it would kick it back and say that it wasn't eligible or something. Like, I was getting so frustrated with that. And so thankfully Beth told me about that I could opt out of it. And I was like, yeah, let's I'll totally do that. And I know eventually, they're just you know uh kind of installing it and getting people used to it. I know eventually it's going to go to that, and you're not going to be able to opt out. But until then, between that now and whenever they do that, I'll try and learn a little bit more about that, and
Yeah.
maybe make that work. So, Sassy Seller says my phone broke. I had a week of no listings. I put the app on the new phone and checked in. I had 6 sales during the night, still with no listing, just by adding the app. Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Robin says, well, maybe I need a new phone then. Maybe that'll work for me.
Yeah. There you go.
But
Good excuse.
yeah. Um,
I'll be back in just a couple minutes.
okay. Sassy Seller says, today I add photos to the 200 items I have drafted. That's awesome. That is very awesome. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking. My phone is fine, but I was really kind of thinking about getting that the Note, the new Note. Um, is it a Note or is it just the Samsung? I don't know, 8 or something like that. I don't know, but I'll probably just wait on that for a while. That's right, Margot. I'm working in my nightgown. Who can say that? Not many people. Not many people. Um, yeah, I completely agree. You gotta, if that's where you feel how you feel comfortable, then hey, by all means.
I'm trying to get my packages together real quick.
Okay. Oh my God. There you go. Yeah, I feel like, I when you're watching a show, it's very easy to it's kind of cool just to be able to be in your PJs and just hang out. Um I don't know that
Yeah.
that would go over very well if I did that on this show. I probably could. Probably could just put my PJs on and have my hair all a mess, but I wouldn't. That would just look dumb. So I put my face on, get my bondo all straightened out, and I'm good. What do you mean, silver hair stacker? That was another heck of a thing. I don't know what that meant. I don't know. Um,
Real quick.
I'm supposed to go get the dog today. Kind of was thinking about it last night and kind of almost had myself talked out of it. I'm still thinking about it. But I figure since I've already pretty much claimed it, it's it's mine, so yeah, I gotta go get my jeans that I sold, and I know a lot of people are trying to do shipping, so oh my gosh, I'm all yawny now. Um,
I don't think it's a big deal if it's a little dog. If you're
right,
getting like a big lab or something, then I'd probably
right,
say you might want to think about that. But if it's a little dog, I think it'll be fine.
yeah, yeah. I really think that it'll help, you know, Elvis because he'll have a playmate. Roscoe, he's not into playing anymore. He just wants to sleep all day. Just leave
What
him
kind of dog is
alone.
Elvis?
Roscoe's a pug chihuahua.
Yeah, what's Elvis?
Pug chihuahua.
Oh, they both are.
Yeah. And the new one is going to be a pug chihuahua. So they're all the same breed for the most part. I'm sure Roscoe isn't full breed. He's
Yeah.
kind of, they're both mutts. Um, but I think it would be good for Elvis to have a playmate. So
Huh.
that's what I'm going on anyway. Um,
And you just had honey, so you know what it is to take care of a puppy. You're still,
yeah, yeah,
you've had a puppy recently, so you know how it is dealing with a puppy. But this puppy isn't going to be as big as Honey was,
right,
so
right.
to handle.
So there's not going to be issues like as far as her busting down the fence every day and all that.
Yeah,
So um,
yeah, and pulling you and yeah.
yeah, and I know Beth. She said my concern for you is a new dog moving to North Carolina with 3 dogs. If you're going to rent, it's going to be hard to find a rental with 3 dogs. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm aware of that. Um, so we'll just have to find some. I want a place in the country, so and a place that has a full back fence. So um, I don't know. You
And your daughter's right there.
just have to see what's available out there, and if we
Daughter's
can't
okay
find a
with you having three
place,
dogs.
yeah, yeah. So we'll be fine. It'll be fine. I know, Anissa, and I can understand. I can understand that. Um, not renting to a person that uh, has dogs, or charging like a crazy pet dog deposit. Definitely. I mean, there's definitely that chance that if you rent to somebody and they have a dog, or a pet for that matter, that they potentially could trash your house, just with the dog. But um,
Oh,
you just I'm gonna fill it out, and hopefully maybe finding something in a smaller town, um, with and maybe out in the country, maybe that'll be a little bit different. So
country landlords are usually a little freer with animals than
yeah,
town
I
landlords.
would think so. But
So, and you're an older woman. I mean, you're not old, but you're
yeah,
20 years old either. So they
no,
may not be as
I'm
worried about you.
responsible,
You
and
know. Yeah.
responsible and everything. So,
Oh, Nessa, my dad had rentals. My brother had rentals. I don't even want to think about rentals. My dad had the house next to us, and which was fine, not too many weirdos there. But he also had a apartment building, Duluth, where all the riffraff live.
mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, he was constantly being called down there. I could tell stories. Oh my gosh. We went in there one time when this person left, and it stunk so bad, and we cleaned everywhere, cleaned the whole entire apartment, repainted it, everything. The smell. And I'm like, God, that stinks. Well, here there were drop ceilings in the apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad had noticed a small stain in one of the, whatever you call them, anyways, sections.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up investigating, and here they were putting their kids' dirty diapers in this drop ceiling. That's why we couldn't get rid of the
Wow.
smell. There
Uh,
was tons and tons of dirty diapers stuck up inside of the ceiling.
right.
Gross.
That's disgusting.
And then he had an old woman who wet herself all the time. So she stunk.
Yeah.
So when she moved out, oh, that was hard.
Yeah. Beth
And
says,
this one guy,
go
sorry,
ahead.
he had this one guy who was drunk all the time. And one day he calls my dad. He goes, Nick, I got to get down here. I got to go to the emergency room. And my dad's like, what's the matter? Here he zipped his wiener in his zipper.
Oh my gosh.
And so down there and takes him to the emergency room. And the doctor's talking about, well, we're going to have to drill the zipper.
Oh God.
And all of a sudden the guy goes, no way, you're not drilling next to my wiener. And he pulled the zipper down. Kidding me? You could have done that earlier? Yeah.
The hell are we talking about here?
Yeah, I know that there can be some pretty awful renters out there, and they can, totally, and I understand that kind of, with the pets and everything, that's going to put us in a different category where we have to, look for places and hope that we can find something. If worst comes to worst, I could put a down payment on a house, someplace,
Yeah.
and have a mortgage, um,
Yeah.
and that way I don't have, we don't have to worry about, whether we have dogs or not. So
You can have as many damn dogs as you want.
yeah, so you know, if that's the
That is
case,
one
then
thing I love about having my own house is I don't have to worry about my dogs.
right, right.
Oh man, that sucked when
So
I rented and you couldn't have dogs anywhere. Everybody would be like, nope, I don't want dogs. Nope, no dogs. Now I
yeah,
can have all the damn dogs I want.
right.
I can have goats. I can have chickens. I can do whatever the hell I want to.
Yep.
It's my house. Shit on the floor. I can let them shit on the floor. No, I'm just kidding.
Ew.
And there are landlords that are pet friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dog is a therapy dog. You could have a therapy dog. Your daughter could register one as a therapy dog, and your son-in-law could register one as a therapy dog. Then they have to
Well,
accept them.
there you go. Yeah, that's pretty gross.
I had
Mm.
this friend. She got her dog registered as a therapy dog. Diabetic.
Oh.
Not diabetic. She's pre-diabetic.
Oh. Well.
You can get a therapy dog for damn near anything.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I told my husband to register Willow.
when I had Honey, I mean, she was definitely, because she was, and she was still a puppy and everything. She was my therapy dog. I mean, she definitely, she couldn't help the situation, but she gave me a lot of love and helped me get through that. So she was definitely
Yeah.
therapy for me.
Dogs
And
are just amazing.
yeah, yep.
I
I
mean,
know Annette
animals
said those
period.
are just gross.
Animals period are just you know. I just love animals,
Yeah.
especially dogs. But my goat was just like a dog to me. Like,
Really?
you wouldn't believe. Oh yeah. And at the time I had Gus, which was my boy. I don't know if I ever talked about Gus, but
Yeah.
he was my boy. And I mean, he was so in tune with me. I didn't know better. I would have thought he was human.
Wow.
Anyway, he was just that amazing. And Rocky was just like a damn dog to me too. He had the run of the farm outside. He was right by my side. I would sit in a lawn chair by the fire. He would sit right next to me,
Wow.
you know. And then when I was inside, he'd come and look in the window at me and jump on the window and wanted to be inside with me. Anyways,
So he wasn't an inside goat.
no, he wasn't. No,
Okay.
but he wanted to be.
Yeah.
He tried. He tried to be. But anyway, and probably if I didn't have my husband, an inside goat. But because I'm nuts enough. Anyways, he just was, but he did like going bye bye in cars.
Really?
And he'd never poop or pee in the car. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And him and Gus, when they would like each other for my attention, it seemed like.
Aw.
They would push each other out of the way and stuff. It was funny. Mean to each other. I mean,
Yeah.
once in a while, Gus would growl at him, but they weren't mean to each other. They would just, like push each other out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my time with mom. Oh, you've been petted enough. It's my turn. And Gus would come over and push him. Yeah. Animals are just amazing.
Yeah. And I do hope, I'm a little worried about Elvis, with the new puppy, but I think he'll be fine. He might have to, um, it's going to take some adjusting, of course, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm sure Elvis will be, jealous and everything, but I also think it'll be good for them to be able to play together and all that
Said
good
it's
stuff.
Beth said it's bullshit, really. In my opinion, these people using companion animals just so they can take them in stores and stuff. A lot
Yeah.
of them don't act right, etc. Exactly. Well, that was my sister-in-law's friend that registered her dog as pre-diabetic. That kind of was the straw that broke the camel's back that made my sister-in-law not want to be her friend anymore.
Right.
And I say I told Gary that he should register Willow as a therapy dog for his asthma. That's just a joke. But dogs don't need to be in stores and stuff like that.
No.
We need that dog. I mean, yes, there are actual legitimate therapy dogs like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they'll know better not to jump on counters and
Exactly.
And stuff like that. They're not going to be rambunctious because they will be trained properly.
Right.
I've seen dogs that were so-called therapy dogs, but they were just too rambunctious to be in the store. There was no way that they were trained properly.
Yeah. No. And that's the thing, I mean, I understand people getting therapy animals and whatever, and they need the companionship or whatever, and should be allowed to have their animals, but they shouldn't be allowed to take the animals into stores and stuff unless they're proper.
Right.
Like me, I could go get Lugnut registered as a therapy dog. I'm sure there's something that I have that I could get a therapy dog for, but I don't because Lugnut's an ass. There's no way Lugnut can pass as a therapy dog. No, and dogs, yes, I believe dogs should have rights and everything else. But yeah, I mean, dogs should not be in. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time for me to take my dog into Walmart to the pet section, around or something. The food area. I mean, that's completely on the other side of the store from the food area. And so I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be the first time I brought a dog into Walmart, but yeah, I don't believe dogs should be in stores like grocery stores or restaurants unless it's a true therapy dog. Don't get me wrong. Unless it's like a dog for the blind and stuff like that. But yeah, all these dogs, people just want to bring them in and stuff. Just leave them at home. If you can't leave them in the car, leave them at home.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with leaving
Whereas
a
now
dog
I'm
at
pretty
home.
excited. It's cool enough outside now, so I can bring my dogs with me now. I can bring my dogs in the car with me now without having the cops called on me.
Yeah, I mean, my dogs help me in that way. They know if I don't feel good or something like that. They'll be all over me, and then like, especially Toby. Like, Toby doesn't like me, but and like the kids, I don't know if the kids traumatized him or what, but like they used to do this thing to where they would try to kiss him, and then so they go like that. So now every time you try to kiss him, he growls at you.
Oh.
And like, but he'll like show teeth and stuff. Like he wants to bite you.
Oh boy.
And so like he knows that mama ain't gonna put up with that kind of shit. And so I'll spank his behind, give him a swat.
Yep.
And when he does stuff like that, to show him that I don't like that. Well, whenever I come home and I'm tired and I go to bed, I lay on my stomach and he lays in the crook of my back, right where, like, that's where my pain is at. And he's like a little heating pad, and he'll lay there the whole time I'm sleeping.
Wow.
That's sweet.
Yep. And if I'm sleeping on my back, then he's sleeping on my stomach.
Well, it's like he knows you need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he lays right across. He lays right across like a little heating pad. It's so funny. But any other time, he doesn't want nothing to do with me. He's a daddy dog,
Yeah, dogs are amazing. It's like
they are.
They know. Like when I had all my 4 knee surgeries, like Gus was right there through every one of them. I mean, he wasn't at the hospital, but when I was at home, he did not leave my side, not one bit. And every time the kids or Gary would help me with my knee, like lifting it off and stuff while I put the recliner and down and stuff like that, so it wouldn't drop down. Watching everything they did to make sure they weren't hurting Mom.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He was an amazing dog. I'll never have a dog like him again. That's got potential, but
It's
I mean,
just crazy how they can know exactly what you need.
oh, I know it is. And everybody says, they used to try to say that dogs weren't smart.
Oh my God.
I remember watching this TV show one time, and they were talking about it. This little tiny brain, and there's no way that they're smart, and blah blah blah, and years ago. And it was like, come on, I've had dogs smarter than that. There's no way that they're dumb.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always say Fuzzy's so smart. He's like, he is part spaniel and part Shih Tzu, and they call him Cavish. They call him Cavachus because it's Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and then Shih Tzu. Well, so he is like,
Those are smart dogs.
yeah, he's super smart. I paid $400 for him.
Mm.
I know. And but
those Cavalier dogs are really smart.
mm-hmm. And since he was a puppy, I've been able to train that dog like to do tricks, and he knows all kinds of stuff. He knows how to play dead. Whenever I go bang bang, he falls down on the floor and he lays down and doesn't move until you're ready to give him a treat. And he'll roll over and he'll sit pretty, and he says, "I love mama." He knows, he does so many different things. And I could probably, if I had enough treats, I could probably train him to do something in one day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what Gus was.
He's just that smart.
That sure ain't the Shih Tzu in him.
Oh yeah.
That's the Cavalier, whatever, because
Yeah.
Shih Tzus are dumb.
Yeah, everyone that I've known, they're just like very well, yeah, but they're
dogs.
very what is the word I'm looking for? Selfish dogs.
Hi, Naked Man.
Nikki says hi.
My dad has a Shih Tzu, and he's actually pretty smart. He's not, but he a good dog, and he's been such a good dog for my dad. But yeah, I mean, sometimes he just acts so dumb,
Yeah.
What are you making for breakfast?
Naked Hand. Naked Hand is silver hair stacker.
Yeah, that's Naked Hand.
Yeah.
What are you making for breakfast?
Chocolate cake. It's in the refrigerator.
Chocolate cake for breakfast.
That's funny.
Yeah, I totally agree. Even the slowest dog is as smart as a 2-year-old toddler. I had a chow once, and that dog was crazy.
My chow was awesome.
Not
Those
your
dogs
chow.
are assholes.
That's my chow.
Not your chow.
As I said, my chow was awesome.
Yeah.
He would let you in the room, but he wouldn't let you out.
The one I'm talking about, he was just he was a little dog.
My chow didn't like Sally.
Oh, shush. He just he would just
What's wrong with that dog? Because why would
do the
somebody
opposite
not
of he'd do the opposite of what you told him.
So he's basically a teenager.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Basically.
So,
Yeah, I'm not really a cat lover. My son wants a cat, and the only reason I would ever have a cat is if I had a bunch of mice.
Yep.
we had a cat at one time. He ran away.
And it would have to stay away from my dogs because my dogs don't like cats.
Yeah.
Fuzzy does.
I like
Well-
cats. I like other people's cats. And I mean, like if I went over to your house and you had a cat, I would play all day with that cat. I love cats. But I
Right.
don't want a cat in my house. I like cats outside. I've had cats outside, which are awesome, but and I play with them out there. But yeah, I don't like cats in the house. Plus, it would kill my husband if we had a cat in the house.
Well, thank you,
All right.
Valerie.
Maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea to get a cat. No, I'm just kidding.
You're very welcome. She said, thank you so much for hanging out all weekend. I wasn't feeling
Yeah.
well and probably wouldn't have done anything, but I listed because I was motivated to list with everyone else. What you do
Yeah, you were a
means a
trooper.
lot.
You're a trooper.
Yeah, I mean, just, hanging out. It's not difficult, hanging out with my buddies.
I had a lot of fun yesterday.
We did a 10-hour show. Was it 10?
It was damn near, I bet.
Yeah.
Or it
Yeah.
was 10.
Oh, dang it.
We didn't go quite till midnight, so it wasn't 12. So yeah, it was 10.
Yeah, it was 10.
Last night about 10-ish, 10:30, 11.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. I mean, I got a lot done. I know Sally got a lot done.
I did 18.
That's awesome.
Well, that includes my 7 for my my printer cartridges things that I had.
That's okay.
But yeah, it was funny, Jason. OJ, it was funny.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of great stuff in there. You should do it when you're put it on while you're listing.
Yep.
Sherry says, I love how Valerie says, it was only a 10-hour show.
No biggie.
No.
What are you eating? Pop-Tarts?
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry.
I'm eating rice.
I might go eat chocolate cake because
Black
somebody's gonna
rice?
fix me nothing.
No, it's those like rice sides that they make in a pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I love the chicken flavored rice. I eat them all the time.
Huh. That's true, Frankie's Finds. It was so long, I didn't know what day it was. I am so serious. Like, when I said that, I seriously thought it was still Saturday. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah. I was so confused. Yeah. Yes, definitely, you got to have your couple time, and you got to spend time with the husband, and so I completely understand that. Sometimes you just have to, that's priority. So I completely get it.
Awesome, Hank.
That's great.
What'd she do?
She said, fantastic news. Just got off the phone with Mama. She's coming to town to the dentist to fit her dentures then stopping by here so I can take her to her new house and show her.
Oh,
That's
nice.
great. She had no power for a few days out there, and no upper teeth at all. Terrible timing. Have all upper gone. So getting her teeth installed. That's awesome.
Well, I thought she was getting a new house.
I think currently, I think she's at her significant other's, her boyfriend's, I guess. Right. Hey, that's awesome. Okay, I gotta get some stuff out to the mailman before they come and forget about me.
Okay. Yeah. I got my 2 packages out. I mean, I can't complain. It was, one of them was that LL Bean robe that I sold for $28, which I was super happy about. Then I sold a pair of kids' jeans. What was
Kids'
it?
clothes sell
16.
pretty good on.
Huh?
Do kids' clothes sell pretty good on eBay?
I don't do a whole lot of kids' clothes. I'll do like, 14 Huskies and stuff like that, just because I know people will buy them. But as far as like little kids' clothes, I've never. I don't think I've ever sold any on eBay.
Oh. Oh yeah, those Husky jeans, boy. Yeah, those are hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I had a nephew that was in Husky jeans, and yeah, I mean, we were always searching for the damn thing.
Margot says she needs 14 Huskies for her kids. Well, I'll keep a lookout, see what I got. I don't know if I don't think I have any other ones right now, but I gotta look and see what I have.
And the sale. Say that's it. My friend needs them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the best I would do too, is probably, I know that I have a bunch. I think I boxed them up and they're out in the garage. But yeah, I just like to tease people, Margot. So yeah, I have, but these are like baby clothes, like toddler clothes, and so, and they're good brands too. They're like Gymboree and Carter's and stuff like that. And they're, they're really nice. But I just didn't get to them. Other things came in front of those, and I did those first. So
I heard baby clothes and kids' clothes aren't that good of a seller, but I don't know.
I would think like in lots, they would be better in lots than than just single, like a single shirt, Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, Mary, whenever I get to them, because they're now out in the garage and I have so many other things that have taken precedence before them. So we will have to see. OJ says they're at every yard sale in South Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you could probably sell them if you got them as cheap as you do at like the bins or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, yeah, at the Benz, you're only paying like $1 a pound or something, or dollar whatever. I mean, some are different, so like $1.25 or something a pound. OJ says my in-laws just moved out after staying with us for 6 weeks until our new place is ready. Imagine a house full of inventory, 5 kids, husband and wife, and in-laws.
Oh boy. And the in-laws are probably complaining about all this eBay shit.
Probably. Yeah, it's hard to take time off. I'm kind of like a workaholic or something. I feel like I am anyways. Everything's always about doing some kind of work. Even whenever I didn't do this and I did couponing, I did couponing like I would a job. Like I was doing it between 20 and 30 hours a week. If I wasn't cutting coupons, then I was looking at sales and matching up coupons with price matching, or matching up coupons with sales, and just I treated it like a part-time job. Yes, I am listing jeans today. Yeah. And that's just, and really, that's how me and Valerie have been for a very long time. Like, we've always had our little side things, you know. And eBay's the longest lasting side gig that I've had. Blackberry Thistle Cheese says that the only visitors we get out here are church people trying to get me to come to church. Do I look like a church lady? Yeah, they don't want to come to my house because I'll argue with them. I'll get out my Bible and start preaching to them, and they're like, "Okay, we don't want to do this anymore." Okay, we got other houses to we got other houses to go to. Can't stand here all day and argue with you. I'm like, oh, I thought you wanted to talk about this. I love it whenever I'm in the arguing mood. Huh?
I look out my window. Usually I don't even answer the door, and then they go away, and then they'll come back if you don't answer your door a couple times to come back.
Yeah. Woo! Mario just sold a pair of jeans.
Woohoo!
There you go. Way to go. Way to go, Mario.
Good morning. Let's see if those are it.
Morning, Tom.
I don't think those are it.
Now, Tom, when I type in the channel, it still may be QCP because I'm. And QCP is easier to type. Tom.
Those aren't it.
I mean, I'm all for, yeah, you want to promote your religion because, there's religions that say that you're supposed to be, to be a good blank, you have to share the word or whatever. And so I'm all for that. But, when you've been to people's house before and they say, no, this is what I believe in, then to me, it's just like you're a lesbian trying to convert somebody to, being a lesbian with you,
Did you see what Beth said?
I mean, trying to change their sexuality, I mean, to me, that's exactly what it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Did you see what Beth said? My dad had some church people show up one time, told him they could save anyone. He said, "Can you save whores?" They said, "Of course." He said, "Good. 2 for Saturday night," and shut the door. That's a good one.
Oh my God. I think I would love your dad.
Yeah, that's funny.
That was good.
I'm totally gonna use that next time. Do you think you can save anybody?
Oh my gosh. That's over the top. Beth said he was a top-rated smartass. There you go. That's awesome.
That's too funny.
Okay, I gotta go track down a pair of jeans. So I'll be right back.
Okay, find that shit.
I love local sales because it's cash money.
Yeah. I was trying to do some selling on the yard sale Facebook thing, and I haven't got anything lately. I need to check that actually because I haven't seen anything lately about it.
No local sales because I just didn't have time for it. I was doing eBay like crazy. I didn't have time to stop and meet people,
Right.
Since I've been taking kind of a hiatus from eBay, local sales, and it's actually pretty nice.
Right.
Especially on the bigger, more expensive items,
You were really baptized by Billy Graham? Wow. That's cool. I mean, just to be able to say that.
Oh, I see. Blackberry thistle tea. Bible thumper. I don't push my religion on people, but I'm religious, but I'm not like.
I'm not religious. I don't know if you could tell or not.
I go to church.
Do you go to church?
I do.
That's good. I mean, I think church is great for some people. I think it helps them, whenever, especially when you've had a hard week and stuff and you go to church and you can kind of, let all that go. I'm not trying to get all religious on everybody, but, it's for some people and for some people it's not. To me, and actually Valerie will also tell you that the church that we were raised in, it was like a damn like a fashion show. Like who can have the better dress, or your dress, it wasn't that expensive, or can't believe you bought that at you know, a yard sale and you actually wore it at church, you know, kind of thing. And you just felt like you were lower than other people, and you're not supposed to go somewhere where, you know, they say, you know, come with what you have, or, you know, whatever. And you know, it wasn't like we dressed trashy or anything. It
Yeah.
was, you know, we bought our clothes usually from Kmart, you know, but yeah, it was more of a fashion show than anything, and you felt like that. And they made sure that you felt like that. So, you know, to me, that's just being a freaking hypocrite. And, you know, I I mean, I really, sad to say it, but my dad was probably the worst one, because, you know,
Hmm.
things were not all good at our house, you know, and he made it out to seem like he was such a holy man, and we had lots of problems. So,
Yeah.
you know, I can't stand people that, you know, portray, you know, try to portray that, you know, their life is all well, and they're such a good person, and then
Yeah.
you know, and they're supposed to be somebody that you look up to, and then you see them hanging their head at the bar the next weekend, you know. Well, you know, and that's when you just have to
Yeah.
realize that people are people, and no matter what they portray, it doesn't mean that that's the way that they are, you know. Sorry, I didn't mean to get
I'm
all churchy
Catholic.
on you.
I'm Catholic, and I don't believe in everything that the Catholic, you know, like, I don't believe in all the rituals that Catholics need to do and stuff. It was funny. We went to this funeral last weekend for Lutheran, and it's similar to Catholic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The Lutherans don't kneel all the time. They don't. Um, and it was a mass, but it only lasted about 45 minutes. Like one is about an hour or so.
Yeah.
And I told my dad, and then we went downstairs for food, and they had like homemade meatballs, homemade mashed potatoes. And I told my dad, I said, "Why in the hell did we become Lutheran?" Dad was give me fire in his eyes. I says, the church mass was faster, and the food is better. I want to become a Lutheran.
Oh God.
My dad didn't want to hear that. I was joking, of course, you know, but
Yeah. No, I didn't mean to get on this subject, Valerie. And we're not like talking,
no.
you know, like
Okay.
religion, but, you
Okay.
know, just I was just, you know, kind of giving a background of, you know, how we were raised and stuff, and
I was
and
like, are we
so
seriously talking religion here?
to me, I mean, and I think we're all pretty good enough friends, you know, to where we're not going to let something like religion get in our way. You know, I've looked into several different religions, and basically I've coined my I've coined a phrase for what I believe. I feel like I'm a believer. I believe that there's something,
Hmm.
you know, it, you know, I guess you can, you know, call me agnostic or whatever, but I believe that there's something, you know, higher power or whatever, but I'm not sure what that is. I know that there's, you know, I feel like there's just a lot of you know, people that maybe I not really lied about what happened in the Bible, but I think stories probably got mixed up.
Sure.
That's what I'm thinking, you know, that that happened. So, and that's, you know, totally my belief. It's,
Yeah.
you know, I don't Aliens are real,
No, I'm not.
guys. I totally believe that. I totally believe that
Talk
there's
about
something.
Trump, shall we?
Ooh.
And Grandma said, "Hey, look at this. We're talking about this, and nobody is getting offended. I love you guys."
No, you
And
know, and that's
we all have our own outlook on stuff. And sometimes when people talk about stuff, like me, I'm a practicing Catholic. I love being Catholic. I believe in it, most of it. Yeah, the priests have really given Catholics a bad name. So that way.
you know what
Yeah.
I thought
I
about too
believe.
one time was maybe all these religions are, maybe every religion is right. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe just because you believe that it happened this way, that's all you need is for you to have a faith in something,
Yeah, we all need something to believe
and
in.
have something to whether it's something to look forward to, or something that explains a reason for why you're here, or something that explains a reason for what you should do while you're here. And like Sherry says, all paths lead to God. you know it doesn't matter what it is. It's just something that is just for you.
Right.
If it gives you meaning, gives you purpose, and makes your life more explained, I guess. It makes you feel like things are right, or you're going down the right path. Maybe that's
Right.
all you need. And so maybe it's not that we follow the right religion. Maybe it's just if we follow a religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe that the Catholics, I think that they should have changed their rules years ago, because their rules were good back in the day. But like nowadays, you need birth control. I know my
Mm,
dad was watching this show, but honestly, I think priests should be allowed to marry. I don't think we would have as many problems with priests if they were.
mhm.
Yeah.
The things with the Catholic religion that I don't agree with, that I think should have changed, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whatever, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah. And I think as long as you are doing what makes you happy,
Exactly.
and what feels like it gives you purpose, then that's what you should do. I mean, I still sing, like I have an uncle that will put YouTube videos up and stuff of him. He writes songs,
Hmm.
and so he'll get on there and he'll sing Christian songs and stuff. And we had actually tapes, cassette tapes when we were younger, of him singing his songs that he wrote. And I know like almost all the words to his songs, and they're Christian songs, Christian
Hmm.
based songs. So it's like, you know um I'd sing along, even to this day, if he puts a YouTube video up of him singing some of those songs. I sing right along. I love singing like worship songs. I really do. I feel like it kind of like, I don't know, makes me feel a little bit more spiritual, or opens me up or something.
Yeah. My thing about it is I don't think any religion is completely right. I think all religions have the same, almost all religions have the same ending idea. I think they're all right as long as you believe in God and you follow what God says, or what religion you are.
Did you see what Beth said? She said my religion is treat people good and don't be an asshole.
Yeah. Oh, she back probably should change the subject. Mary Oback said promoted listings started September 6th. As of today, I for $159.37. Ad fees were $10.87. That's awesome.
That is really good. Thank you guys for having an open mind and open heart, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's good that we're able to come in here and even talk about stuff like that, even though we don't usually. You know, it's good that we're able to, you know, come around friends and talk about stuff, you know.
Whatever anybody believes in, that's their business. That's between them and God. It's kind of like gay marriage, because this day and age, they need to have a gay marriage legally, if not religiously, legally, they need to be able to be married.
Yeah.
In order to keep their stuff, you know what I mean, and make sure everything's right with the kids and everything else if the other person dies. I think the religion should get the hell out of that, and the government should stay out of it. I think that as long as you're happy and you believe it, you are the only one that is going to be. There is only one person that can judge you. Yep. And it sure as hell ain't me.
Yeah.
Nobody gave me the power to judge people. And that's between them and their God or whatever they believe in. That's just the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know, and whatever anybody's religion is, whatever they believe, it's none of my business. Leave that. That's their business. And I'm all for it. I don't of anybody, even Trump supporters. I don't think any less of them.
Oh, that's real nice, Nikki.
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, we're kicking Nikki off the show right now.
I have to put you in timeout. I have to put you in timeout. Sorry.
I have a Ready for Hillary bumper sticker on my old truck. My husband was just pissed when I put that on the truck. He's like, people are going to be hunting us down. I never put bumper stickers on my truck, on any of my vehicles. And when they came out with the Ready for Hillary, I ordered one immediately. And I stuck that sucker on the truck, and oh God, Gary just got so pissed. Yeah, he's a Trump supporter. I was a Hillary supporter, and yeah.
That's funny.
That's in my house, you know, but we just, you know, it's all in fun, you know, whatever. I mean, honestly, in the end of the day, you know, I'm not going to change anybody's mind. You're not going to change anybody's opinion.
Right.
What they're going to believe, and let them do their thing. As long as it's not, well, I mean, you know, getting Trump in there affected my life, but really and truly,
and
I mean,
what?
You know,
for me, I don't want to be responsible for that. Like,
yeah,
really, if you know you believe in something and I for some reason want to change your mind, why would I want to do that and be responsible for your fate? Be responsible for you know whom you believe in. Why would I why would I want to do that to myself? That's how I think about it, you know, like be responsible for you know whether you go to heaven or hell, or you know what I mean. Like I don't want to do that, you know. And that's the same thing. You know, I need to worry about myself, and you know.
Yep, I worry about me and my family. I worry about my friends, but whatever they believe in, that's their business, and I just leave it.
Yeah,
I don't want anybody telling me what I need to believe in. So.
I love you guys, and I'm glad that we're able to, you know, talk about stuff.
And that's honestly probably the most I've ever talked about politics.
In your life?
Yeah, I don't talk about politics.
Yeah, I don't usually either.
I usually keep my opinions to myself, just because I don't like argument. You know, I don't like arguing about stuff that just doesn't
Yeah,
even matter. You know.
right. And you know what? As soon as you like get somebody into office, it seems like they totally turn two-faced anyways, and they do exactly the opposite of what they
Oh,
said they were gonna do. And then the other
Mhm.
people that didn't like them are like, oh, they're not so bad.
Yeah.
exactly.
Valerie says this.
The lesser of two evils. That's exactly what I
Yeah.
believe.
So now I see other people talking about The Walking Dead, which is another one of my favorite subjects. So
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
I know
Yeah.
I always binge watch The Walking Dead before the new one starts.
Yep.
So even the governor ones, which I hate, but because I just want to
Yeah.
strangle that guy. But oh my God, yeah, I'll be starting to watch The Walking Dead here soon, and because it's starting October, what is it, October 22nd or something like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love
Yep.
The Walking Dead. You know, it's so funny. I
Okay.
started watching The Walking Dead in like the 5th season because I love zombie movies, zombie games, anything zombie. I've always loved it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I knew it was never going to happen.
Mm.
But but anyways, I ignore that, Sally. No. But anyways, um Walking Dead came out. I thought, well, how far are they really going to go with this show?
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
and I thought, what a stupid idea to have a TV show. I mean, it's fine to have a couple-hour movie for zombies, but I mean, really and truly, how far can you go with zombies? You know, you stab them in the head,
Right.
they're done. You know,
Right,
and
because
I thought,
at one point they're gonna completely deteriorate and be no longer.
yeah.
Oh my
Well, that's
gosh.
why I thought I'm
So
not going to
it
watch
can
that
only
show. Well, then in like
it
the
can only
fifth,
go for so long.
yeah. Well, then like in the 5th season, my cousin was saying, "Oh, I love The Walking Dead, blah blah blah," and everybody was talking about The Walking Dead. Watch absolutely everything that I could watch on Netflix. So I was like looking for something to watch. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to try it. So I started binge
Hmm.
watching it on Netflix, and oh my God, instantly in love. I was like, I love this show so much.
I think we were in the third season when I
Oh my God,
figured out that I liked it, and then I had to go back. You know.
total deadhead. I love The Walking Dead.
Oh, me too. I love it.
Blackberry Thistle Tea says no spoiler alerts, please. I'm only in season 4.
I won't.
Oh, you need to
I
catch up,
don't.
girl.
Because right now I watch it on Showbox, and I have to wait till the next morning to watch it.
Oh,
And so, yeah, I absolutely do not tell anybody anything about it because I don't want somebody to do that to me.
No.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
when Walking Dead starts, don't say anything to me. So you know I watched it.
Yeah. Fear the Walking Dead. I couldn't get into it yet. I'm gonna wait. I think. Well, actually, there's another season
The longer you
now.
watch it, the
So,
better it gets.
huh?
The longer you watch it, the better it gets.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
real
sure.
slow start because what they're doing is they're showing you before the apocalypse
Right.
and how it leads into the apocalypse. What they're doing as they're leading, like The Walking Dead just kind of showed you, boom, it's here.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Fear the Walking Dead is kind of showing you how they're leading into it, how the
Yeah.
story, how they're leading into the apocalypse. And I think it's a really good show and it was really slow in the beginning, but I just kept watching it only because it was made by the creators of The Walking Dead, so I knew it had to be good. And so
Mm-hmm.
I kept watching it. Yeah, now it's really good. So if you keep watching it, it gets better,
Okay.
really.
That may be
I
So give it
something
a
think.
chance.
that may be something I have to binge watch.
Yeah. And these shows are easier to watch when you're not interruptions. So you
Right.
can binge watch it. It's a lot easier. Even as much as I love The Walking Dead, I hate watching it on TV because I have to watch the commercials. It's really hard to follow that way, I think. But when I binge watch it, oh my God, it's amazing. I love it, you know.
Mhm.
And
Right.
and the Fear of the Walking Dead is kind of the same way, you know. If you can binge watch it, do it, because as it goes on, it gets better.
Hank says we live in Florida. Every day is a potential apocalypse around here. Walking Dead ain't got shit.
Oh my gosh.
You know, though, The Walking Dead, I would like to see.
Potential apocalypse around here. Walking Dead ain't got shit.
What's going on?
I would
I
like
sound
to
like
see The
such a
Walking
dork.
Dead.
Whenever I listen to myself, I'm like such a dork.
See The Walking Dead up north. I want to see how they're
Hey.
with 80 below zero weather.
Okay, Jessica, can you mute your the YouTube?
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, Jessica, can you
Ha.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you. It's okay. No worries.
That's
Anyways,
funny.
yeah, I'd like to see how those Walking Dead people handle it up north in 80 below wind chill weather.
Yeah.
Here by Lake Superior, those zombies are frozen. They don't have to worry about the zombies. They're frozen.
Right.
Wow.
I have Blackberry Thistle Tea says I want to take sword lessons. That Michonne is something else. Yeah, I actually have a katana.
She's my favorite.
Yeah, that
I've
would
only
be my total,
three though.
that would totally be my weapon of choice if that ever happened.
Carol was my favorite for a while, and then it switched to Maggie.
Just be
And
careful what you say. Remember, we got people that haven't watched it.
Yep.
oh
Yeah,
no,
I'm
I
on
know.
three, so somebody's gonna die. I already know.
This is sad.
Yeah.
And right now with the whole Negan thing being Jeffrey Dean Morgan, because I love that guy. I don't love Negan, but I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He is so sexy. He is such a
I
good
do
actor.
too.
So
Oh my god.
and so I'm having mixed feelings about it. You know, it's like, well, I don't want him to die because it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but then again, it's like it's Negan, so I want him to die.
Yep.
And I'm sure that's why they hired Jeffrey Dean Morgan, because he's that guy that everybody just loves because he's always plays the good guy, you know.
Well,
and now they've got him as the bad guy.
It's hard to hate.
Yeah, if you watch Grey's Anatomy, oh my god, you will make you melt in your pants. You know.
I know. He seemed bigger in there. I thought he was a big guy. You know what I mean? But he's like way skinny in The Walking Dead.
No. I'm trying
I could never get into Grey's Anatomy at all. To me, it was stupid.
Oh.
Yeah, it's more of the whole
I like Grey's Anatomy.
like soap opera kind of show.
Which one? What was that other doctor show? I liked that other doctor show. Yeah, really, that narrows it down, right?
ER?
No, it was a guy that was the main character, and it was like so taboo.
Oh, House?
Yes, I love that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
What is it?
Yeah,
House.
That's a good one.
House.
Oh, House. Yeah.
I like that one.
I was laughing at what Hank said. She goes, "Bahaha." Nikki's like, "Don't kill him. Just send him to me. I'll take care of things." That is right. I will. I will punish him. Don't worry.
Yes, Weeds is great. Weeds has like what 12 seasons or something.
I've never seen that.
Weeds is really really
It
good.
is so good. Actually, Valerie, when I was a kid and I was babysitting your kids, when I was like 14, 15, that's when I remember Weeds was on HBO at that time. Or
Really?
Showtime, I think. Yeah.
Hmm.
And it was so good. Yeah, it's such a good. What do you got, Jessica?
Freaking sweater that I'm trying to fit in here, and I just ripped it. Oh, I'm so mad.
I hate that
come
when
on
that
now. You just got to get rid of that air. So like, you
Oh,
know,
I know.
so start rolling, put it into a eBay bag, and then you can actually fit it into one of those cardboard mailers. that only takes like $5.15 to ship.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Hey, whenever I first started, I fit a suit jacket and pants into one of those cardboard. I had to do it. I didn't have any other money to ship it.
We know what you were doing as a teenager.
Yeah.
You got it in there just right, didn't you?
But I just had to roll it and roll it.
I'm gonna try to do what you said and put it in a bag first and see how we do.
Just squeeze all the air out of it, and then put it in your padded flat rate. That should do the trick.
I totally agree with that. My Grandma Magic Classic. She said my kids grew up on MASH. And my kids grew up on MASH, Golden Girls, Happy Days, Little House on the Prairie. And I honestly believe part of that is part of the reason why I was blessed with good kids.
Yep.
I didn't shelter them. I didn't keep shows from them. But they enjoy the simple things in life too,
Yeah.
I mean, I watched American Wedding with them.
Right.
With them, and the whole time I'm thinking, what kind of mother am I watching this with my kids? Anyway,
it helps them for everyday life, though. I think sheltering does not help. I mean, I'm with you on that. We can't do the sheltered children. It just doesn't. I don't know. I've seen so many people that were sheltered, and then later in life, they're wild.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not. Yeah, that's kind of a stereotypical, but it's proved me right my whole life seeing it. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that I can't even pack a eBay bag, so.
That's a good idea, Sherry. I never thought of that. She said if you make a small slit on the padded flat rate before you stick it in, you won't be fighting air with the air already in the envelope.
And then tape it because you can use your priority
There
tape.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's genius.
That is a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Make the slit before you put the sweater in there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked that the Ozark show. I really enjoyed that. I hope they come back with a second season.
You know what we're watching right now is Limitless, which is about a.
It's good.
Yeah, it's about a pill called NCT, and you take this pill and it opens all the doors to your brain. Basically, you're using 100% of your brain instead of whatever it is, 35% or whatever.
I was gonna say 10, but that's just that's just for men. Sorry,
right?
Sorry, guys, I didn't mean that slipped. That slipped.
So yeah, it's a really good show. So he helps solve crimes and stuff, and yeah,
I might have to take a look at that.
It's a good one. We binge watched it.
That's the one that I'm watching with Brandon. So we watch it, one episode at a time. which
You know,
is really
now that
hard
we
for me to
can
do.
binge watch stuff, I have a real hard time watching TV.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Oh,
Sons of Anarchy was so good.
yep.
I
We
couldn't get
actually
it.
don't have
Oh,
TV, so we just watch Netflix, but that's all we have.
Yep.
Which I can't justify paying for TV. I can
Nope.
barely justify paying for internet. It's sickening, but oh my
yeah.
gosh, this isn't gonna fit.
Do you get it now?
Stuff it in, stuff it in. You can do it.
Push!
Oh my gosh. Oh, have fun over at Walmart. And this is making her Walmart list.
Oh boy.
And this is as my husband insists on DirecTV, they rape us monthly.
Why do you
Doesn't
guys call it Walmart?
Walmart.
Yeah.
You know, some people, I don't know, some people call it Walmart. Some people call it Walmarts with the S on the end. I don't know why.
Call it Wally World.
That's what we call Wally World.
Yeah.
That's what we call it too.
We used to do that because the kids would be like, I want to go to Wally World, and then we'd take them to Walmart, and they're like, what? Then we're going to Wally World. Yes, I was one of those mothers that messed with her children any chance she got.
What?
That's all right.
Tom says the wife works for Charter, so we get everything free.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That would be awesome.
1,100
Yeah.
channels and nothing to watch.
They
Yeah.
watch
exactly.
Netflix and YouTube.
Well, your wife works for Charter. Tell her I need internet service out here. Tell her to get the cruise on that, will you? Then I could actually sit in my house, and your kids won't think that you need to buy me a house. Your mom just has to get me some internet.
Oh my gosh. I believe in you.
Did you get it? Woohoo! Good job.
Barely. Doesn't matter. It still counts. I'm taping it and going.
That's right.
That was horrible. Well, we know what I need to practice on.
Hank Allen Cash says, Robin, we just call it hell. Well, I'm off to hell today. Y'all, hope I don't get lost in Satan's playground trying to find the shampoo. Oh my gosh.
Have you guys ever had anybody message you after you sold something and complain about smell?
After I sent it to him, no.
Okay.
No.
I got one last night and I was like, because I won't do anything with smoke. I have allergies, so I have to be really careful. And even if it's too dingy smelling, I won't even touch it.
Right.
And it was actually from my closet, so I know it was cleaned.
Right.
And I was like, really? Like, they only paid, I took an offer of $10 and free shipping on a shirt, and it was a Torrid shirt, and I was like, I could have got more.
Right.
I don't know. So that was a little frustrating because I got that at 2:00 in the morning, and they're like, well, it's in great condition, but it stinks. And I was like, how do I even go about this? Because I'm not going to give them a partial refund on $10 when I know that it wasn't.
Right.
Most of the time I err on the side of they are right. But when I know that it's something that doesn't smell, I was like, ugh, I don't even know what to say to these people.
Yeah.
So, that was fun. I didn't know if you guys had ever got that, because I know sometimes, and I'm not like one of those, oh, everybody's out to scam me, but I know sometimes the buyer will to get a partial refund, and they're not
Oh,
even for anything but a partial, and I'm like, well, I'm not doing it on $10.
right.
If they want
Right.
to send it back, I guess, but
Yeah. I mean,
I-
let them. The only bad thing about that is, you know, if they send it back, they can put item not as described and with a smell,
yeah,
and
that's
so you know that can be an issue.
Yeah.
And then it's on
Then you
your
have to pay
dime.
the shipping.
I
Yeah.
would, and then you get the negative feedback. I would almost just refund them.
and just tell them to keep it.
Yeah, just tell them to keep it.
Me too.
I mean, as crappy as that sounds,
Yeah,
that's what I do. I do that and I move on,
give it a
because
couple
otherwise
hours.
it could get a lot worse.
Yeah,
You know, you could
Yeah.
be
that's a good.
incurring a lot more problems than
Just
you
10
know
bucks.
just a $10.
Yeah,
Just give them their $10 and move on.
that's a good
That's
point.
what I think.
Grandma Magic Classic says I do a partial refund and then I block them.
That's a good idea
So,
too.
yeah, I mean you could do any. You know, the only thing is well, you don't want them to I mean, if they return it, they can say item not as described because it had an odor, and then so it's the shipping is back to is back on you, and then so in the end, you're still going to have to refund it. That's the way I look at it.
Right. Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
I just
An item, I don't know how much torrid shirts go. Torrid shirts go for. Really I'm not much of a clothing seller, but on a is a good seller and you can sell it for a high price. Sometimes it is worth having it sent back,
yeah.
paying the shipping, and sometimes you can resell it for more,
Yeah.
Right.
Like I said, I don't know how it is with
No, I don't think it's.
shirt.
I mean, yeah, I could have got more out of it, but I don't think it's enough to once you add in the extra shipping and everything else. But
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that was just fun at 2:00 in the morning. I was like, well,
Mr. Sadie says, I had a buyer ask me how to change their positive feedback into a negative. He said, I jumped right in on that. Not.
that would be
Oh
horrible.
my gosh.
I've had people leave me a negative feedback in the positive, and I'm like, okay, well, guess I'll take it.
Still shows as positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really and truly, I mean, unless you have somebody that's really anal, I don't think anybody really looks at feedback that much anymore.
Nah.
Because there's so many protections, seller and buyer protection out there. Feedback really doesn't really matter anymore. I mean, because they really can't scam you.
Right.
I mean, I suppose they could. I mean, the chances of it are slim these days. And if you have almost all positive feedback and just one negative, I don't think it's that big of a deal,
Yeah, so far I haven't gotten a negative, so that's good. But
That's good. Knock on some wood.
I know there's been a couple that I'm like, oh no, this is as I'm talking to them, this is definitely going to be my first negative, and then they don't. So that's good, I guess.
Yeah. I know it was years and years before I got my first negative.
That's really good.
And it bothered me really bad, but I got over it.
Yeah, I definitely think those the first ones that you get, it almost like it hurts your feelings, almost because you try to do such a good job and you're like, but I try my best and everything, so it can really weigh on you. Those first ones, but
Yeah.
and definitely when it counted, that was that always, you had to be on your toes because
Yeah.
Anybody could mess your store up, mess your whole business up. So
Yeah, because back in the day, one negative could screw you right up.
yep.
Really looked at that stuff. They didn't care how many positives you had. If you had
Right.
one negative, it could really mess you up. Wild West to eBay.
My mom used to do it when it was like money orders or whatever, and she used to sell the Hallmark ornaments when they were hotter.
Uh-huh.
They would go wait in line and get them, and that was Beanie Babies. So I kind of grew up with that in the background. But I think it's good. I like eBay. I really do. I've tried all these other platforms and just not the same. I'm willing to pay the fees. As long as we don't keep going, hopefully we don't keep on creeping up there. Oh no.
What? What's the matter?
She said she had a smell complaint and they wore it to a music festival or something. See, that's when it really frustrates me. But you're right. You just have to push it aside and just maybe give yourself a couple hours to be pissed off and then walk away and then just take care of it the right way because it is frustrating.
Yeah.
Especially when you're
said it was a
2 o'clock in the morning to it and a baby's screaming and that's why you're up in the first place and you're like, really? You could throw your phone.
She said it was a smoke smell.
I can't do smoke. No, they didn't say but I know it wasn't a smoke smell because I don't smoke. I used to smoke for years, but now when I'm around it, it makes my allergies crazy, which is funny because I smoked for years and I quit, and since then my allergies go crazy whenever I'm around it, and so I can't buy it. I'm fine with smokers, but I can't have it in the house because it just bothers me so much. So it wasn't that.
But what did the buyer say?
They just said, it was literally they just said, this is an awesome item, but it smells bad. I'm like, okay, that's very descriptive. Like, I just didn't really know what to say about it because they didn't say anything about pet odors or smoke or anything. They just said it smells bad.
Yeah.
Because then at least, and I just told them so far. All I said was, hey, I wash and dried this item, and it's stored in a bag in a tub. I will make sure to check my tub to make sure nothing like this happens again. I'm so sorry. And then it's kind of in their ballpark, and they can tell me what they're expecting out of it. I don't know. So we'll see what they say. But
yeah.
Well, my mother-in-law was eat off your clean. You could probably eat out of her toilet if she was so clean. But she had this laundry soap that stunk like piss.
Maybe that's
what it was tied with some whatever in it. And it always smelled like piss to me. Clean in her body as she was her house. So it wasn't her. And it was her laundry soap. Because I don't smell like pee, and sometimes she'd wash my laundry, and then I would smell like pee because.
Right. Right.
So sometimes things just stink to other people,
And it's such a subjective thing, smell, because everything smells so different to everybody. So.
Could very well be.
So it may not even be something that stinky. It just smells bad to them,
Yeah,
Right.
it could be.
You know,
Which
and
is amazing.
it's those people that are very you know, sensitive to smell.
Yeah.
You know, anything they do not need to buy on eBay.
I
Yeah.
agree because, you know,
You know.
what do you expect for, and I mean this in a nice way, but you're getting a pre-owned item. If I get a pre-owned item, it goes straight home in the basement to the wash. I don't,
Right.
Yeah.
it smells good. Like because I'm weird and I smell things, and that's how I know that it didn't stink because I'm obsessively smelling
Yeah.
things. I'm in the bins, like, and my boyfriend's like, "You're disgusting." Well, I don't want to take it home if it stinks. So,
Right.
but yeah, it's just I don't know. So it just depends on your smell because I smell everything, and it's just
I'm a sniffer.
yeah, I'm nasty. You know,
When
no,
I
I don't want my house to stink.
Right.
even though I'm a smoker, I have a really sensitive sense of smell. I can smell everything.
Yeah,
And
I'm
how
sitting
even
here
just
this whole time trying to talk.
I'm sorry.
No, I
Oh no,
was
you're
trying
on
to talk while I was muted. No,
You're not supposed to
even though
admit that, Debbie.
I have a sensitive I have a way sensitive nose, and I'm a smoker too. And I can smell, I mean, I could smell
Yeah.
smoke, I could smell everything, everything, you know, and if it's nasty, things will gag me, and I will be so far away, and I'll walk up on it, and I can't even go anywhere close to it because I'll be gagging.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, get this. So every once in a while, and this might freak some people out, but every once in a while in the house, like in a certain part around like where my recliner is,
oh,
um,
I know where this is going.
every once in a while, I will get a hint of like a cigar.
Huh.
I don't know where it's from. Sometimes it's a cigar, and sometimes it's like a freshly lit match, like sulfur, and you just get that faint smell. But it's enough. It's enough of a smell that you know it catches your attention. So
Did your
thought I'd
husband
throw that
smoke
in there.
cigars?
Nope, nope, he did not. But
But
I
Grandpa
always,
did.
yeah, my grandfather smoked cigars. Um, yeah, he smoked cigarettes, but he never smoked cigars. But I always say that this house, and there again, I'm getting weird on y'all, but I
This
always
is
say
a
that
good day.
this house is a portal.
Uh-huh. As long as it's not a portal to hell, you're good.
Right, exactly. That's what I say.
That's like my store. My store's a portal too.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't always believe in that stuff, but I don't not believe in it either.
Right.
So
Oh, I know.
there are instances where it's like, I wonder, but then there's also I'm like, well, okay, back to reality. But I don't disbelieve in it either.
Yeah.
Well, we had one of those baby monitors that is sensor. It's a sensor, so any
Mhm.
movement triggers it. And like a week into having it, I had to get rid of it. We paid good money for it, but I was like, okay, I can't do this because 2 or 3 in the morning every single night it would wake me up and it would be going off, and I was like, nope, can't do it. Because they say like, oh, the dead time is like 3 in the morning or whatever. I'm like, every single time at that time it woke me up, and I was like, nope, this thing's gone. Cannot do it. I was like,
Yep.
I'm fine if I don't know it, even though I know it.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was bad. And my son used to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning every morning saying somebody was pinching him. And I was like, we're done. I was like, I can't do this. So we moved out of that duplex.
A
Yeah.
comfortable wife wants to know, what do you mean a portal?
Oh, like, yeah, good portal.
Like people travel in, like, in and out. They're not actually connected to Valerie or the place that she lives, but they're just passing through, basically.
Yeah, they're just passing through. I've seen things. I'm not going to say that this house is haunted, but I have seen things in this house, and so yeah.
I'm so glad that I don't have anything here. But I can't say I don't exactly either. Jonah, he's got footprints on his wall.
Oh no.
And
What?
and
That's terrifying.
and baby fingerprints on his mirror.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be washing that shit off.
I know,
Yeah.
and I can't bring myself to go do it, but I would totally do that too. I would totally go wash it off.
One time there
But
was blood on the bathroom wall and we couldn't figure out where it came from. And I was like, no, not blood. And it was a lot of blood. Like small mouse died blood. And I was like, oh,
Oh wow.
yeah, it was,
Oh.
I can't do it.
but and sometimes, and most of the times, I can sense things like that. Like if there's a spirit in the house, I'll be like, okay, it's not a bad spirit, because I can actually smell bad spirits. And I've been places where I could literally smell the hatred and anger and just awfulness of the spirit. But like I don't sense that here,
Right.
and like I go to work, that place is full of them. Like I've seen things been thrown from one part of the store to the other,
Mhm.
and nobody can tell me that place is not haunted. I mean, I've seen it myself. I've seen people. I've seen little girls running to the bathroom. And nobody's there at 3 o'clock in the morning with me. Except for customers that are in the front. So there's no explanation for it.
Mother's mustache says, "I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying somebody better get some sage."
And Robin says,
I'm
okay,
sorry,
religious
Sherry. I'm
discussion.
sorry we're freaking you out.
I like Robin. Okay, religious discussion, check. Politics, check. Paranormal, check. Learner today, boy.
Oh my gosh.
Do you see this? Fishing and Pickin says, this is no lie. I had a housekeeper claim I had a ghost who would rape her. I had to get another housekeeper fearing a lawsuit. No shit.
My daughter, my youngest daughter, she lived with her father, and her room was in the very back of the house, and there was something in there that raped her. She swore by it. So can't discount that. Pretty scary shit.
This is truly.
It wasn't very long, and me and Sally actually went up and got her in Oregon and brought her home. So
Spirit raping. I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
I totally believe
Spirits
that.
come through your house and whatever. Somebody, come on.
I mean, if they can touch you and they can do that, then I don't see why they couldn't. Okay, that's my thought. But at the same time, I mean it is very taboo. I agree. I mean, that's really hard to wrap your head around. But
right, exactly.
I feel like I felt things in my hair. If they can do that to my hair, why? I mean,
Yeah.
But why couldn't they? I don't know. I don't know.
And if it's somebody that maybe did that in a life, previous to them dying or something, and maybe that's what they've done, you know, maybe that's, you know, maybe it's just, you know, something that the spirit does. Maybe it, like, and it didn't have to be, maybe it wasn't a complete like rape, but maybe it was just an intrusion, you know, like
All I have to say is if there's raping poltergeists out there, I need to get some new spirits in my
oh my God, I totally see that. I see that coming,
My
Nikki.
spirits are no fun.
Oh my God.
I want some spirits in my house.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you know what? There's a really good alien thing on Netflix. Me and my husband watched it. I can't remember what it's called.
I want Patrick Swayze's spirit.
Mhm.
That's kind of wrong.
I'll take some of those in my house any day. No, there's a really good thing on Netflix about aliens, and it's this guy that he had several accounts. He's seen one thing, and from that one thing, it just grew to him, like getting a whole bunch of different like probes and stuff put in him, and like he'd have injuries and not know where they came from, and just and he was a working father, you know, husband, and everybody just kind of seen him as like disabled after that, you know,
Yeah.
because they you know, they didn't believe him and everything. Well, there was so many different things that his wife was even involved in, and his kids, and they started seeing different things. The freaking people would call them on the phone. The aliens would call them on the phone. They have record of it. They have the recordings.
See, that would be even worse than spirits in my mind. You can't get away from that. Like,
oh yeah,
where are you gonna go?
Yeah,
Going nowhere.
They're just gonna find you.
Robin told me to go get a pottery wheel and see what happens.
Yeah. Margo says you guys have lost your damn minds.
Know what that is, so I can watch it.
Margo says you guys have lost your damn minds.
That's what I just said.
And poor fishing and picking, he really had a housekeeper way out there, boy. He said he's not Catholic, but he had to go get the priest.
That's not fair to really like throw a lawsuit on somebody. I'm sorry. Let me just control my spirit demons that are in my house.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, let me just get them under the control. And
I would love to see that in court.
Yeah.
I'm sure it didn't hold much water, but
he said I even sat down in the room while she would get raped and try to talk with the ghost. Laugh out loud. I told him there's beer in the fridge and the Amish ladies down the road. Oh my gosh.
Robin says, picking, you sent the raping ghost to the Amish girls.
No, this is serious. Mother's Mustache says October 1st is 1 year ago that my oldest son, Forrest, was killed. I'll say that things have happened that never happened before. I completely agree. Completely
so sorry
agree.
about your son.
Yeah.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah, you could definitely find, I mean, if you're very closed-minded and you don't want to know, and you just, you know, would rather just live your life and not know, then you're probably not going to be sensitive to spirit. But if you open yourself up and you're like, you know, I want to know what happened. I want to know how this person felt before they died, or, you know, whatever, then you're going to be very sensitive, you know, sensitive to spirit, and, you know, it's gonna show itself.
Yeah. Well, I think our family is very, very sensitive.
Yeah.
Me and Sally. I don't know if Amy is. I'm not sure about Johnny.
I
They
think
seem.
Amy is.
I think they're. Amy's probably one that would probably fight it.
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny too.
Mhm.
But we were talking about that the other day, like, or actually I was, me and Sally have talked about it, and then I was talking to my daughter about it, and I said, we always used to think that our mom was the sensitive one and that could see a bunch of that stuff, but actually, it's actually our dad that is, I mean, he sees visions, he has very vivid dreams, and so, and I know, and he's very religious, so he believes that he gets those images from God, and maybe he does, I don't know, but I think he's probably the more sensitive one, and that's probably where we got that from.
Yeah.
I don't disprove it. I don't disbelieve it. I have had instances where it's like, and I have felt different things. Saying that they were spirits, I'm not saying they weren't spirits, and like I say, whatever you believe in, that's your business. But I have had things happen where it's like, could be,
Yeah.
I'm not a non-believer either.
Right. I'm
No.
very sorry,
Mother's
very,
mustache.
very sorry about your mother's mustache.
We're not supposed to bury our kids.
Nope. It's very true. Well, just like the time that I was sitting in my office, I was doing eBay, and Sally was in Michigan, and she seen Mike. Usually, just kind of peeked around the door because we were live, and he would never just open the door. He just kind of peeked around, and Sally seen him, and he was at work, but she seen him peek around the door.
That was the day before he died.
Yeah.
And we actually talked about it that night.
Yeah.
Because me and Valerie were talking on Messenger.
Me and my husband and Sally, we all talked about it, and she said, "I seen you today," and he's like, "What? You're crazy, Sally."
Yeah.
So.
And that happened the day before he passed.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's goosebumpy. And
yeah.
it's even weirder that because you guys all had a discussion about it. It's not like it, that's
it's not like something that was
not like you saw it and you kind of discounted it. Like it turned into like an actual discussion. Yeah, that's crazy.
Right. And then and then my dad called me because my dad and my stepmom were on their way to Kansas to go to the funeral, and they were in the car driving, and my dad says, "Yeah, we were in a hotel last night, and I thought about this song." My dad would always go on his religious tangents about, oh, I found the scripture that relates to the situation or whatever. Well, I'm and I'm listening, and I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. He goes, so I thought about the song that my mom used to sing in church and stuff, and it goes, "He is an open door," and I'm like, what? What did you just say? He is an open door, and he goes, yeah, that's the lyrics to it. That's the words to it, and I'm like, okay. And so he's talking about this song and talking about how God is an open door because he opens you up to, different possibilities and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. Well, it doesn't mean that to me, but oh my God, he is an open door. Yeah. So everything was like, it was like everything was around that. Everything was surrounding that for me. But I felt like I couldn't even talk to Valerie about it at that moment because I'm like, okay, she's just, she's not going to be in the same place I am about this.
Right.
Right. So I had to wait. But I'm like, okay, there was this, and then there was this, and then there was this. I'm
Was
like, ah.
Was it expected or not expected?
Unexpected.
Huh?
Okay, so it wasn't an expected thing. Okay.
No.
See, yeah, that makes it even more. I mean,
Yeah.
That's just crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, he was in a semi-accident. So
Oh, that's terrible. Sorry. That's horrible. But yeah, that's so weird that's so weird. So weird.
it was pretty crazy.
Huh.
Yep. That's very sweet that you said that. You said, Robin says, Hank, things truly do happen for a reason. I've told a few people on this panel and chat, the show came at just the right time for me. Sorry, that's my phone going off.
Talk about how sexy she is.
All right. And sometimes we do eBay stuff. Sometimes.
Very rarely.
eBay stuff. What's that? What are we talking about? That means work. No. We have a good time.
Learning how to run.
And definitely there's been things in our lives that have been, horrible and we didn't think that we could, come back from that. But, and that's why, this show has helped me so much. I know it sounds crazy, but it's actually, it gives me a reason to live.
Internet friends can be some of the best friends you'll ever have.
Absolutely. Anissa says, "Oh, can you help us out? How'd you get it?" I got that ringtone from. I have an app called Zedge.
Oh, I love Zedge.
If you download it on your phone, it's a free ringtone, and they have all kinds of ringtones. Some of the ones are just kind of like the dumb ringtones, like just music or whatever. But what the hell?
If you switch it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you just go on there and I can't remember what was it called. I mean, if you look it up, you'll find it. And it just says sexy girlfriend or something like that. So, but it's Edge. Yeah, that's the official Reseller Squad ringtone.
iPhone is a little different. I don't think you can add ringtones to the iPhone from other pages, can you?
Oh, really?
I don't think
There
so.
is no Zedge on. There's not Zedge on iPhone.
Oh, okay.
That's why I switched from my iPhone to a Samsung because
anything that I want off of that's on YouTube, I can put on my phone.
Yeah.
All you have to do is use a converter.
Beth said, the bear turns to the rabbit and says, "Excuse me, do you have a problem with shit sticking to your fur?" The rabbit says, "No." So the bear wipes his ass with the rabbit.
Oh my.
Have you never heard that before?
That's funny.
That's pretty funny. Yes, Zedge. Yeah. That's what it's called. Yeah, what a shitty day for the rabbit. Oh my gosh.
What do you call a cow? What do you call a cow that has 2 short legs and 2 long legs? Lean beef.
That's pretty good. I like that one.
No.
Hmm.
Oh shit, Robin. That's how I feel most of the time whenever I hear about stuff that people do, you know, that are my age. It's like they go out to bars and then, you know, just go home with random people, and I'm like, well, for one, I'm married, but for another, I'm too old for that crap.
Yeah, I mean, it was like it. I really, really wanted to have fun on that night that we went out. I mean, I had fun, but you know, I wanted to kind of let loose and everything, but I couldn't because I was scared. You know, everybody was drinking. I wasn't drinking, but I was in kind of an unknown area, didn't really know where to go, so I wasn't going to drive. And then, but you know, everybody else didn't have a problem with that.
There's Megan.
Yeah. Actually, that's the ringtone that I have for like my Weather Channel notifications. So I thought it was pretty funny.
Did you see the joke that Todd just put in there?
Probably not.
What do you call a Japanese cow with 2 short legs and 2 long legs?
Irene.
That was our mom's name, actually, which is fun. I think it's funny, a funny joke, but it's just funny that you say that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I was just I couldn't drink. I didn't feel like I could let loose because I had to be in control of the situation because I didn't know, you know, and I probably just should have drove myself. But I didn't.
I can't drink out either. I'll have one drink, but I can't like drink out because I have a control thing too. I don't want to be dependent on somebody else to like take me somewhere, or if I need, I just can't do it.
Right.
I used to be fine with it, but I just can't anymore.
And originally what we were going to do is we were going to call Uber. That was the original plan, was we were going to call Uber. We were going to take a van into the city. And I was like, that's awesome because I could just let loose. I could have fun. And then, you know, they started talking about money and how much it was going to cost. And nobody wanted to spend the money. Oh, I'm not going to drink, you know. And so, yeah. And then I was just, you know, kind of a buzzkill the rest of the night, kind of. Hey, Cal and Cash. Said, like my papa always told my grandma, Mary Jane, if somebody kidnaps you, don't worry, they'll bring you back in the morning once they get you in good light and you open your mouth.
One of my kids asked me one time if they were adopted. I said, yeah, but they brought you back.
Oh my gosh. That's horrible, but it's so funny. Yeah, exactly. Anissa Green, meeting the man of your dreams and then his beautiful wife.
Yeah.
Oh, in that life. Oh, too funny. You guys make me laugh.
I was shooting for Mommy of the Year that day.
That's too funny. I know I ain't got nothing done either. Well, I got my packages up, but that's about it. Grandma Magic Classic says she got the dishes loaded. That's good.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah. I need to go check the mail. I got my dishes done while listening to GMC. GMC for the win. That's too funny, Hank. You are hilarious today. Mike always used to tell me, he'd say, one of these days, you know, pow, right in the kisser. I said, well, you better bring a lunch because we're going to be here for a while. He always thought that was funny.
I always tell my husband I'm gonna punch him in the throat.
I just tell mine, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Don't do it.
Other, but I would like to punch him in the throat once in a while. There are some days. I also tell him, you're lucky I'm not an abusive wife.
Oh my gosh. Grandma Magic Classic says, I used to tell Grandpa, whenever you feel froggy, jump. Oh, you guys are so funny today. Kick him in the ovaries. That's right.
Hit him upside the head with a frying pan.
There you go. Do a good old Dolores Claiborne on him. Uh-huh.
No, because then he'd be there with you. You'd have to take care of his ugly ass.
You don't have to take care of him. They're dead in the ground.
Chris Claiborne, ain't she the one that broke his legs and she had to take care of him?
No, that's Misery.
Misery, yeah. Oh.
Never mind.
I'm your biggest fan.
Yep, you're my biggest fan.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta watch that again. Mary O just listed 6 items. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Way to go, Mario.
That's great.
I'm in the middle of my first one.
Oh.
Mario, aren't you just an overachiever? No, I'm just kidding.
That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, I talk big, but I've never abused my husband.
No, I'm the same way. I would like to sometimes. I would really like to. but yeah, no. I'm not that mean. I'm all talk.
Me too. He's never hit me, so.
I tell him sometimes, I'm like, you know, I'm going to be on that show Snapped one day. And he just looks at me and I'm like, you think this is a joke? No.
And you're not going to be able to watch it.
I'll be back.
I hate when I look up comps for something and you can't find anything like it. And you're like, I know there's something like that on eBay somewhere, but no. Nada. Unless maybe it's a Vero item. Maybe that's why I don't find comps for it.
Maybe try Google.
Yep.
And see if you find anything there.
I bet you it's a Vero.
What is it?
It's a crate and barrel, which I can't find anything, barely buy them on eBay at all. So it's like it's magnetic numbers. It's pretty cool. But I'm thinking maybe they have some type of Vero. Because even if you look up crate and barrel, there's not a lot of, there's like one or two things by them at all. So that I'm seeing it. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. We'll probably keep it anyway. Maybe.
I thought I've seen stuff for Crate and Barrel on eBay.
Yeah, I'm looking now and I'm seeing like the dishes and that's about it. Like dishes and a ton of coupons. Like coupons for sale type thing. So I'm seeing stuff, but it's just really odd to me that they only have. Okay, so there's like 2,000 results, but a lot of them look like they're like coupons and dishes. Which could be just because they did a lot of dishes, but yeah, that's just, it's thundering outside. I've had enough rain. I'm good.
I was gonna tell anybody if anybody does couponing, let me know because I have coupons I'm selling. Make you a good deal.
I coupon, obviously, my stockpile. Yeah.
Oh, do you?
You see the right behind me?
Oh, yeah.
That's all my stockpile stuff, and then my inventory for eBay is all in the back. It used to be way bigger than that, but I stopped 8 months ago. It was a lot of time, like you were saying earlier today, like you spend it like a part-time job, but you really can't get the discounts unless you do spend it like a part-time
job.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah, it's time-consuming, but it was well worth it. I mean, I stopped 8 months ago, and I still have enough to get us through like 10 wars. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so we're pretty set.
Yeah.
And the money it saved us was a lot. I mean, it was a lot.
Oh yeah, we lived off of our stockpile. I sold off a bunch of it, just on the yard sale sites, but the yard sale Facebook thing. But we lived off of it for a while too.
Yeah. Have you guys ever lotted together silk ties and sold them as a lot? Like that are defective?
I actually just sold a silk tie today, but it wasn't for very much. I think it was for $9.
Yeah.
And I have to find it because I have no clue where it's at.
I lost something too, and I just got done losing something. I need to get it figured out. I get in a hurry, and it's only with the ones that I sell similar. At the very end, I'll forget to put my inventory thing because I'm selling similar. It gets me every time, so gotta figure that one out.
Yeah, but silk ties will go good, especially if you lot them together with other silk ties. You can sell regular ties that way too.
Yeah, but what if they're crap? That's what I'm saying. Like, will just the silk ties sell for something? Do people do crafts with them or anything?
Like it's ripped or something?
Well, they're not good. No, yeah. Like this one's all bunched up because it had a catch. But I have like probably 100 of them that have defects. This one
maybe
ripped.
Yeah.
Maybe for like silk dyeing eggs for Easter. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah. I just have so many. I got them at the bins because it's cheap enough that I was like, well, It's gonna cost me like $2 for all these ties.
Yeah.
Might as well try to cherry pick some good ones, and then the
Yeah,
rest.
I would just say make sure you describe it well, and you
Yeah.
know, say this is for crafts, it's not for wear,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, I'll try. Couldn't hurt.
Or Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah, that's true. I mean, because they don't have to be perfect for Halloween.
Or school plays.
Yeah, I never even thought of that. They might buy them at a cheap enough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking outside the box.
Yep. Yeah, it was funny whenever I was selling off my stockpile stuff, and like I'd have people contact me, and then I'd go outside in my driveway. They'd pull up. I'd hand them a bottle of shampoo, and they'd hand me $1. And it was like it felt like I was doing a drug deal or something almost, because it was like, what if people like only see, you know, their side of the vehicle or something, and see me go out there and hand them something, and then them hand me money, you know?
That's so funny. So
I know, like,
drug dealers. So funny thing about that. So we bought pallets forever. And one time I got a pallet of organic black pepper. Okay, so I had to bag all that. So I like had to get out like the kitchen scale on the table. I took the kids out of the house and I opened up the house. The front windows are open and I'm just bagging like all this pepper, and I'm like, this looks really bad. Like if somebody would drive by, they'd be like, what the hell? Like I have all this scale out and I'm all these Ziplocky like but it was good money. It was good money.
Really?
But it was yeah, I had to wear a mask. It was bad.
Wow.
It was worth it. The things you do for money.
Mm-hmm.
Bagging pepper.
Bagging
But
pepper.
pepper's expensive. I never realized how expensive pepper is. Pepper's expensive.
Yeah.
Is it storming where you're at, Valerie?
Yeah, we've got a little bit of rain, just kind of a slow rain. There's not much else going on.
Yeah.
There's kind of sprinkling.
Yeah, I just hear thunder. Going pretty good.
I forgot to tell you guys, back to the ghost thing.
Mm-hmm.
My sister used to always play that Gardens of Time on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
I never really liked the game that much. But I went on there and played it for her so that she could get free shit or whatever.
Right.
Anyways, so I hadn't played it in months and months because she went into the nursing home and then she was in intensive care and in the hospital and in hospice. So I hadn't played it for a year. And about a month after she passed away, I was looking through my notifications and I saw a notification for Gardens of Time. And I thought, well, I should go in there and look at it. Anyways, I went and opened up I went and opened up the game, and here there was a present from my sister.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
We could send you gifts, you know, on the game. That Lynn had sent me a gift.
Wow.
That's weird.
Yeah.
See, I think in the back of your mind, Nikki, you know.
Well, that's what I say. You know, I'm not going to disprove it. You know. But.
Right. And stuff like that, I just think, you know, just like Todd saying that joke about the name Irene,
Yeah.
and the punchline or whatever is Irene. I just think stuff like that happens to where, you just think about people, like that
Yeah.
whole conversation. I was thinking about my mom, and then he says Irene, which is my mom's name,
Right.
Yeah.
and to me, that's just like, just saying hi.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I see it. And it's not a big deal, but it's kind of a big deal to me, just like whenever I see bunches of pennies, in a spot, like even at the store, like there will be a well-traveled aisle and it will have no coins on it. The next thing I know, there's a ton of pennies on it, and I'm talking like 5 or 6, and we've had that happen in our houses before too. So nobody can tell me that it's some random thing that, like, that it's not something that's spiritual.
Right.
Bye, Tessa.
Man, you guys just covered it all this morning.
We did.
Brave,
We laid it all out
brave
there.
warriors. But it was, yeah, like you were saying though, it's good. It was civil. That's nice. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah, there's
can't
no sense in getting worked up
you
about
can't get
stuff.
civil conversations about that nowadays almost anywhere. So that's pretty nice.
No. And I don't advise getting into any kind of conversation like that in the future, but
Right.
And sometimes it's good just to check. It's good just to check where you're at on your group, like with the group of people that are in here. If you see somebody that's completely not okay with you talking about something like that, then for next time, for one thing. And you kind of know that, if that those people are more sensitive to talking about, kind of
me
others.
saying I was a Hillary supporter. We'll see how many people tune into my show on Wednesday.
I won't be there. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not coming, damn it.
I voted Hillary, so we'll see. Well, that's the thing, I don't understand why it gets people in such an uproar, But
I voted for Roseanne Barr.
oh God, our whole country would be so. Oh my God, that would be almost worse than Trump. She's nuts.
This is the first year I didn't vote. I know that's bad, but I didn't. It's the first year.
Because they couldn't decide which of the lesser two evils.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of that, which is fine. I mean, that's fine. That's kind of, part of your right too. You don't have to, just because you have the right to vote doesn't mean you have to exercise that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a new Roseanne coming out.
Yeah, with all the cast.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think they probably should have left that dead.
I love
like
Roseanne.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, towards the end, it started getting a little weird and crazy, but in the beginning, I really enjoyed that show. But yeah, I don't know if they should really bring it back. Plus, what are they going to do with Dan? He died, didn't he?
I think he did. I might be wrong though.
John Goodman?
I thought he died.
Yeah, well, no, he didn't die in real life, but on the show, he died.
Oh, did he?
That's how they ended it.
Oh.
that he was dead and she was looking back or something or whatever?
Huh.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the last show, it was he died years ago or whatever, and she was just looking back or something, or she made it all up or some shit like that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't remember Dan dying.
Sure.
I remember he had a heart attack, and
Yeah,
then
no, he had
Darlene
died.
went into labor, and
I'm pretty sure I'm right. Let me Google it.
I'm gonna have to rewatch. I wonder if that's on Netflix. And there was a kind of like a not really a documentary, but a show about her life now. She lived in Hawaii, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And she was freaking crazy.
Yeah, she was in that.
She like, yeah, but you know what? I still love her. I don't care. But she like, I can't remember what she was growing. She was growing something like, I want to say like walnuts or something, but it was in Hawaii. It was some kind of nut or some kind of fruit or
Macadamia?
something.
They're Hawaiian.
Huh?
I said macadamias.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
Hawaiian.
Yeah, Roseanne's Nuts was her last show. Yeah, the reefer. Yeah, she was always smoking pot on that show.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On Roseanne? I didn't even ever notice that when I was younger and watched.
No. On the Roseanne's Nuts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was like a
Parody.
her life kind of show. And she lived in Hawaii with her husband that was it her husband that was a bodyguard or something?
I don't know.
Did you figure out what that alien show was on Netflix so I can watch it?
No, I didn't. Hold on.
Figure it out. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. I'm gonna go look right now.
Well, we have an owl outside our house. That guy he's got to go.
You know what? It was a very realistic. I mean, basically, it's a documentary about this
So,
guy's life.
Is it a real story? 'Cause
Yes,
that's what I watch.
Yes.
Okay, because I like to watch those kind of things.
it's
That's all.
and it like basically tells like it shows pictures and it has voice recordings of the phone
That poor
calls and
guy.
stuff. It's pretty damn freaky.
Those poor kids, man. Oh,
I know.
that's
Like
gonna do something to you. Like the kids, they're gonna be weird when they're older. Let me tell you. I mean, they're gonna. You know what I mean? That's gotta mess with you up.
oh yeah.
Here it says that there was something, I distinctly something feeling different. That something was season 9, a bizarre middle finger to convention that had the Connors, a family that went through as many low-paying jobs as Roseanne did ugly shirts. Winning the Illinois State Lottery, the prize $108 million. It made no sense at the time and didn't for the next 22 episodes until the series finale. In case you've forgotten, the Connors becoming millionaires, everything we witnessed was Roseanne coping with the death of her husband, Dan, who we all thought survived his heart attack prior. Also, Jackie's gay and DJ turned into a serial killer, probably. Here's the voiceover that plays over the scene. Dan's voiceover. My writings really the last year after Dan died. I mean, at first, I felt so betrayed, as if he had left me for another woman. When you're a blue-collar woman and your husband dies, it takes away your whole sense of security. So I began writing about having all the money in the world, and I imagined myself going to spas and swanky New York parties just like people on TV, where nobody has any more problems and everything's solved within 30 minutes. I tried to imagine myself as Mary Richards, Jeannie, that girl but I was so angry. I was more like a female Steven Seagal wanting to fight the world. So yeah, that was the whole rich thing was her made up. She wrote that about because Dan had passed away.
Hmm.
So that's what they're saying.
And that was what happened in the last episode.
What was what happened?
Her writing about that, about Dan did not survive his heart attack. He really did die. That was in the last episode.
Maybe I missed that one or something. I don't know. That's weird.
Picture time, pictures. Do you guys have a camera or do you use your phone? I'm just
I
curious.
use my phone.
I use my phone.
Yeah. I had to buy a new phone just for the camera because mine was like a $20 phone. It's crap. And it reminded me why I never had a nice phone until now because they're so freaking expensive.
I know.
Yeah.
Can you write that off, or is that some? Do you guys know? I know we don't do taxes, but
Why not?
I mean, if that's what
If
you
you use it,
Probably could.
Yeah,
if you use it for your business,
work.
I would say you're good.
I mean, I'm gonna ask a tax
Mm.
person, but that's something I definitely would like to. Part of it, at least.
Yeah.
That. I wonder if I bought a phone in 2014.
Look at you go.
I need to get some write-offs for 2014.
Right? Rent or mortgage, electricity, internet. What'd you have?
I thought there was a history thing on Netflix, but there's not.
A history thing? What do you mean? All that you've watched?
Or maybe. Shush.
I just need to worry the car with me.
That's so weird that I can't remember what I had for lunch yesterday, but I can remember the last episode of Roseanne. Forgot to do my eBay taxes in 2014, but I sure remember what happened on Roseanne. You can watch it on YouTube also. It's on there's Roseanne series ending on YouTube. Into that good night part too.
Come with me. Come on. You're muted. I don't know if you're supposed to be muted, but you're muted. Oh, yeah, she is. I see her with her little headphones off.
Yeah, Roseanne, that was a good show, but God, at the end it was really getting dumb.
Well, they've had many years to think of new things instead of pulling things out of the air, so hopefully it's a little better.
Okay, it's called Extraordinary, the Stan Romanek story.
Okay. Extraordinary. Okay.
You'll have to tell me what you think. Because I
Okay.
thought it was really
I'll
good.
watch it when my oldest isn't around. He gets spooked.
Extraordinary, the Stan Romanek story. And you know what else me and Brandon are watching right now? It's called Disjointed.
Yes.
And it's got Kathy Bates in it.
Yes.
Oh boy.
She's running a pot shop.
Oh boy.
It's hilarious.
Is that a Netflix one also?
Yep.
I haven't heard of
I
that.
could totally see her. I could totally see her running a pot store.
I love Kathy Bates. She is awesome. She's another one that I would vote for president.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
That's awful. That is so awful.
Oh my God, Christian and Pickett.
I know. He's crazy. He's just crazy.
You're so funny. Oh, he makes me laugh every day.
Wait for him to poop out the keys that he gave you.
That's whether they're going to let him have OTC ointment.
Well, my boyfriend got out of mowing another day. I was going to tell him, go mow.
Yeah, I got out of it too.
It's too wet. And I'm like, well, yeah, you're right now. So
I was going to mow yesterday and it rained. And then I put it off to today and then it's raining.
well, we have a zero turn, so it's not too bad. It's a little easier. But
Yeah.
I prefer to push mow, honestly. I won't get on the zero turn. I can't stand it.
I have one with the steering wheel and that works.
Probably because I'm scared I'm going to crash into something.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, he's serious. I guess preparation H is the best thing, I guess. I don't know. I never had hemorrhoids, so I don't know.
Yeah, I would say preparation H, and I would say
Witch hazel.
those
They
Tux.
They have witch hazel wipes, and they're called Tux wipes.
Yeah.
And after I had my both my kids, I know TMI, but I use those. Those things, those are a godsend.
Yeah.
And even if you're sick to your stomach, we'll put it that way to be nice. They're nice to have too because it helps.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Hank Allen Cash said, oh shit, y'all. This is a perfect opportunity for Nikki's dude wipes to save that ass.
Yep. Dude wipes to the rescue.
My husband yesterday left him in his truck because him and my nephew were going down to Eau Claire to get a trailer, to buy a trailer, and I left the dude wipes in the truck so that my nephew would see him. It's like, get those damn things out of my truck before the guys at work see them in here.
She plots against her husband. I like that. That's funny.
I do. That's what 24 years of marriage gets you.
Yeah, that's
How can we irritate each other the most?
Oh, when me and Mike would go to Walmart, it was hilarious. We went to one store. I'll tell you this little story. So we went to it's just a little downtown BFE grocery store, and so he was getting, you know how they have the biscuits, and they're like, they have the roll down. It's like on a ramp basically, and you pull the biscuits out of the ramp, and then the next one comes down. Well, he did that, and for some reason it was not. I think it would have been funny if it was on camera, but so he pulled that one out, and they all just started rolling out, and he like triggered this thing where all of the biscuits rolled out on the floor, and I swear to God, I was laughing, so I fell on the floor and was laughing so hard, and he was embarrassed, but he was so pissed because it happened to him. Now, if it would have been the other way around, he would have been the same way.
Oh yeah.
But oh my God, that was so hilarious. My face hurt so bad from laughing. Oh, this is hilarious. We used to go to Walmart, and we'd holler. He'd be in one aisle, I'd be in the other, and I'd say, "Honey, do you still need those Depends? Or do you need? Are you out of your? Did you run out of your preparation H?" Oh my gosh, we would do that all through the store. It was fun.
That was one time my daughter, I had to bring her something to school. And I think it was a lunch for the day, was what it was. And because they were going on a field trip. Put it in a paper bag, and I handed it to her, and she was with her friends, and I said, "Here's your butt cream you forgot at home this morning."
Oh my gosh. Just like, Mom.
I love screwing with my kids. Oh, I love screwing with my kids. But all of her friends know how I am, and they laugh. They think it's hilarious,
so. I can't figure out how this jacket even works. Like, do you even button? I don't. Some of the stuff that I come across, I'm just like, how do you work? I've never been thin enough to wear you. How do you work? So odd. Maybe it's just a shawl, but it looks like a jacket. I don't know.
Does it button?
It's a cabbie coat. I'll show you on my girlfriend here. My girl. I got my girlfriend and boyfriend. So here, okay, so can you see the buttons?
Yeah.
Don't mind her boobs hang out sometimes. Sorry, guys.
Nice.
So, right? It's cute, but like, look at, so there's two buttons in here, and there's on the other side here, there's nothing to put them in.
Huh.
And it's just like the button accents all the way down on both sides.
Are they extra buttons?
They're not the same as the other buttons.
Oh.
Oh.
Very odd.
So if you buttoned it up, you would use the buttons that are on the...
No, there's nowhere to put it. It's like little accent buttons.
So there's nowhere to put any of it. Doesn't button down.
Wait.
So basically the buttons are just
decoration.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I figured it out.
Okay.
So the buttons that are accent buttons actually do unbutton. So maybe you just put the inside buttons, you unbutton those accent buttons. So you can wear it more than one way, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think that's what's happening here. Let's see. Yes, it's cute.
That's above my pay grade. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's really cute. All right. Wow. clothing can be difficult sometimes. That's cute. So you could wear it a million ways if they all come unbuttoned.
Hank says, exhibitionism. Great, Grandma Wrinkles. Glad you got something listed. Yeah, you just need to come on here every day and make sure that you check in with us, and we'll keep you laughing. That's what my husband's gonna be like. What did you do today? Talked about haunted Amish people with hemorrhoids.
Oh, we bought a garden. We have to get taken down by the first.
A garden.
At my husband's work, they used to make manufacture and it was really good fertilizer. Anyways, they got rid of that department now. They had these nice raised gardens, and they're like the best fertilized soil and everything in them. Anyways, they sold the whole garden process, and my husband won it. So there's 5 gardens, like they're like 20 some foot square each one. They got all kinds of like big beams and stuff, the wood, that holds up the garden, fencing and all the dirt and everything. So
Sounds like a lot of work.
it is.
I like gardens,
But like part of the wood is going to be the floor in my building. We're not going to put all the gardens at our house. Like 1 or 2 of them. And then we're going to sell off part of the dirt I don't need. We've already got people wanting to buy the dirt.
Awesome.
This is cute. Maybe I need this. Maybe I don't need to make money off this. Maybe I just need to keep it. The struggle. Oh, I like you. Like a linen blend for fat people like me. And it's comfy and it fits.
Love that.
I hate it when I find stuff I like because I don't need more crap. But I'm like, oh man, this would be expensive to buy at the store. The struggle of reselling.
I know I found this sweater that's Lucky brand, and it like comes across like it has one button like over here that you button, but the pockets are like just in the right spot, and it's just the right length and all of that. I was like, I have to keep this.
It's just perfect.
And and I really like it because like on all my other sweaters, like just because it's big, they think the arms have to be like super huge too. And
Right.
on this one, it's not. It's like right at my, my arm width. So I like it.
See, I need the big and super huge arms because I'm tall and fat. I got lucky like that.
Right. Well, yeah, like all my pants, they're like 3 feet too long because
Mine are like capri. So
they think I'm fat and tall. So or like that all people are like you have to get something that's petite. If you're fat and short,
you have to get the tall. So like there's like an in between, and if you're not that, it's like hard to find. It's already hard to find bigger clothes, but it doesn't help when you're tall or short on top of it because then you get into impossible.
And I think just because I'm fat, I have fat ankles.
Oh yeah, that too. I have yes. I agree.
I only get fat ankles whenever I sit at my desk too long.
Like this whole weekend. No, I'm just kidding. That's my weekend anyways.
Well, last night
how
my
big
ankles
the
were
bottom
swollen
is.
when I went to bed.
I could believe it. Mine do that too. If I don't get off my butt. Oh, okay, I'm keeping this. I like it. I'm putting it on her, and I'm like, nope, you don't get it.
It doesn't look good on you. It looks better on me.
Yeah, you're too skinny. You're too skinny. This is for me.
Oh, goodness.
I really wish that the mannequins were more of a medium size, and because like my mannequin, I don't know about your guys's or if you have them, but she is a extra small, and the only shorts that'll fit on her are double zeros for shorts, and it's like it's such a pain sometimes because even a size 10 or a 6, the great size 6 that's everywhere, you just can't. It just isn't the same. Just doesn't look as good. But the tiny stuff looks great on her, obviously. But
Yeah,
Well, what if you like bend it in the back?
that's what I do.
yeah. Oh, I could. I'm just complaining. That's all.
Yeah.
I just wanted to complain about how skinny my mannequin is.
Usually, most of the time, I don't even do shorts or bikini bottoms or pants on the mannequin. I just do flat lay.
Yeah, I started doing that too because it just became such a pain in the butt to try to make it look good. It looked better just laying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Sorry, I'm sitting here trying to figure out my bills, so I should be working, but
Story of my life. Bills.
Well, that's important too, though.
yeah, I need a stiff drink.
Take a shot and pay your bills as you watch it all go
Yeah.
down the drain. Yep.
But
I will say too, that's like the biggest reason why I started with you, like watching you guys all the time, is because you guys are real. Like it's not. I watch other people too. Don't get me wrong, and I won't say names because I'm kind. But you guys are like it's more realistic. Like okay, this is a real life, not.
Mhm.
This isn't. Oh, I get to go party all the time and.
No.
go here and there and just to hang out. Like I drove to eBay Open to hang out with people. I don't know. It's more realistic.
Yeah.
Not that
We
eBay
understand.
Open's bad. So take it that way, but
Yeah, we actually agree, and that's, I think that's why we've, become a good show, because we're the real deal.
Yep.
Take it or leave
Yep.
it. We're the real
I
deal.
went from disconnection notice to disconnection notice.
some days we're broke, some days we're rich. It depends on
That's how it happens. I mean,
I agree. Yep, that's awesome though. So I want to keep you too. I must have just like hit the plus size clothes this day at the bins because I'm going through my back stock and finding stuff that I think I need to keep. I'm shopping. I'm like, well, it's got a tiny, tiny hole right here. Maybe nobody will buy it. Nobody's gonna buy that.
definitely something you need to keep. Don't be listing that trash now.
I know. Nobody wants that crap anyway.
Fishing and Picking said he's going to start a page called.
Oh, this is so cute. Hello, hello. That's so cute. I wish I was still big enough to fit in those.
Cute.
Baby snowsuits are so cute.
They are.
And then they get older and they start being mouthy and people start regretting things. I'm just kidding.
Toddlers. Favorite. I love toddlers.
I know. They have cutest things.
Mm-hmm. No, I just like toddlers.
Just in general, yeah,
Toddlers, they're so much fun.
they are.
And then they start kindergarten, then they get other kids' attitudes, and then they start becoming a pain in the ass.
Yeah. They start talking. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
love toddlers.
They're fun.
From the age of like 6-8 months all the way up to 5. I just love that age.
To 5.
Yeah. Once they start school,
Yeah.
But toddlers, I mean, they just matter what. You're like the greatest thing to them. Everything's new to them, and they're learning, and it's just so much fun. They're so much fun
I like the
to
cuddles.
play with.
I miss the cuddles from my oldest one, and my toddler still is in the cuddling stage. That's my favorite when they just come up and they just they just have to give you a hug or give you a kiss, and then that goes away, and you're like, oh man, now what am I gonna do? So that's a fun stage.
Nephew who's 30 years old and is still walk up to me and give me a hug and say, "I love you, Auntie."
Oh really? That's good.
Yeah. No matter what friends he had around in high school, he didn't care. He'd always come up and give me a hug and say, "I love you, Auntie."
Mine will still sometimes, but it's usually when he's kind of screwing around and he thinks he's being funny, and I'm like, fine, or I'll tell him all the time, come give me kisses before you go, and he just looks at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah. Her still call me mommy.
That's
Her
funny.
friends.
That's good.
Friends.
That's nice.
Their friends make fun of them that they call us mommy and daddy, but that's just the way it's always been.
Yeah.
I have my boys still come up and sit on my knee while I'm sitting here. I'm like, have a knee. Well, I'm too big for that. No, never too big.
My youngest one's still learning to talk. She's behind. And she gets so frustrated, so we're struggling with that. So that's making I mean, she's still really fun, but we've been struggling. So now that she's got therapy, we're pretty excited because maybe we'll have some things go better. It's frustrating when they can't communicate.
Yeah, that's true. I
Or
was
just
gonna say, don't rush the talking part because that'll come, but it is frustrating for them not to be able to communicate what they want or need.
well, she has other things too. I mean, she's just they think that she's autistic, um, which I'd rather get taken care of or at least started on that path now instead of later. So we're doing therapy and all that, and it's she's making progress, but it is frustrating. It's frustrating because like she started this thing where in the middle of the night she wakes up and just screams at me, and I have no clue what's wrong with her, and I'm like, okay, go to bed, and she just eventually after screaming for an hour or so she'll cover her head back up and go to sleep. I just don't know what's going on in her brain during that time because she is just screaming. So that's a new adventure we've started, but that's okay though. The therapy and stuff, I think that's going to help a lot that we've gotten her started with everything. It'll be easier.
Mother's Mustache wants to know how old your daughter is.
She's 2.5, so she'll be 3 in January. So we started super early.
Maybe also teach her some basic sign language. Maybe that'll help too.
They actually told me to go through the house and take pictures of all like her cup and stuff like that and just put them on magnets and put them on the fridge so she can go point and show us what she needs to make it a little easier for her. I get more frustrated just because I feel bad. It's not because I'm frustrated or mad at her. It's because I feel bad that she can't. I know how frustrating that must be to not be able to talk. Like, say,
does she talk at all?
A little bit. So, she parrots you. She doesn't play either very well with people, but she will parrot you. Like, so if you say, "Do you want it?" she'll say, "Want it," but you have to. She doesn't ever do it on her own. She doesn't do anything, and she says no. And some basic words. So she does. So we're making progress for sure. And so she's really weird in the sense that she can recite any movie, and she's done this since she was like 1, before it even happens. So you put a movie on and she acts it out the whole time. So like one night we were sitting on the couch and she just comes out and she's like, "Excuse me," and she just starts doing this magic show off Sophia the First. And she does the whole magic show and she walks back into her bedroom and goes to sleep.
Wow.
I was like, that's insane. So I'm just laughing, because but she can't actually communicate. So it's really weird. It's really odd. It's frustrating because she can communicate and she's capable, but she won't. So for whatever reason, something's not triggering something.
To hear her say all that while she's doing the magic show and everything, I mean, that's got to be.
It's frustrating.
Else. Yeah.
It's frustrating because you're like, she knows how to talk. She's capable of talking, she won't. She won't. So, but that's okay. I mean, and she lives in we call it Sophia World. She's in Sophia World all the time because.
Yeah.
Yep. But we'll get there, hopefully, at least a little bit more.
And it's not hearing, right? It's not hearing.
No, we've had extensive hearing tests. And because she can pronounce all the words off the show, that kind of shows you too. I mean, yeah, she wouldn't be able to, but yeah, it's not. We've done tests at Children's Mercy where they put them in like this booth and not hearing. I was kind of hoping it was when she was younger, and I knew that something just wasn't right because she just wouldn't. You're like, Sophia, and she's like, not even. Or you drop something, she doesn't even turn her head. She's like, whatever, I'm not interested in that. So unless she's interested in it, you're not getting much out of her. But the things she is interested in, it's like the bipolar extreme opposite. She's like, oh, so it's okay. We'll get there. Hopefully a little bit better. But I think I'm not somebody that's in denial either. So I think that helps because she'll get help sooner. Because I'm all for like, okay, what else can we sign her up for? Because I want her to learn how to cope with things in life. So
Well, that's the thing, you know. I mean,
think
it
you have.
happens, and you just have to deal with it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, because we
I think
have a
you have a. I think you have a good outlook on it too. You
Yeah.
know,
yeah, I mean, what do you, I mean, yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? That's my
Right.
thought.
right.
Yeah.
Try to be happy and get her through it. I mean, because when she's screaming, sometimes I'm like, I have no clue what you want, but she, you know, but she wants something.
Yeah.
She wants something.
I gotta go for a little bit. I'll be back if you guys are still here.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
This one has little pinholes, like somebody just took a push pin and just like stabbed it. Oh man. I've definitely seen improvement in my picking skills since I started.
That's good.
This is older stuff, and I'm like, what in the hell did I get that for?
What was I thinking?
Why did I grab that? That's horrible. That's okay. That's how you learn. You screw it up.
Yep. That's how me and Sally used to be.
And I only
Abs-
started doing this in March, eBay in March. My mom's been doing it for a long time.
Uh-huh.
And I've always resold stuff, so like I've always had the hustle. I always went to swap meet and stuff and sold there and sold online and but never eBay. And then my mom started in Q4, so she's like, "Oh my gosh, look at all these things." You know, the trick, it played the trick on her. And that's what kind of caught my attention. She was selling so much and I was like, "Mom, did you really sell that much?" "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. I need this." And then like summer hits and I'm like, what was I doing? What did I do to myself? So I decided I'm going to give it through this Q4 to decide. But I mean, I like it, so at least it'll be part-time, but just to decide if I can manage it full-time.
Yeah.
Because if the Q4 is good enough, then it'll get me through the summer because I'm fine with saving and for bills in the summer and then not have to worry about that. Everything extra is just income.
Right.
So we shall see. I'm hoping. This is my first one, so I'm hoping it picks up. Do you do mainly clothing,
I
Valerie?
do. Yeah,
Okay.
for the most part.
When do you see your increase typically? Is now too soon or?
No, I don't really pay attention to that.
Right, because
I
it's
mean,
so.
I used to when because I did Amazon for a little bit, and you know, you definitely see that with Q4, but I don't really see. I mean, there, you know, months. Let's see, when was it? July was actually a really good month for me, um, and August was actually a really good month for me. So I think it just varies for everyone. You know, I think it's just different for everyone, and you know, it really doesn't matter if you sell clothes or not. Um, I don't know. I can't figure it out as far as, you know, what months are the best and
It's
everything.
really
I think
funny.
it just varies.
Me and my mom always just like joke around because we're like the Illuminati, you know, and so we're always kidding around and we're like, no, they have everybody on servers. They have to have everybody on servers. So like you gain your. We always kid around how like it's almost like it turns on and
Mm-hmm.
then all of a sudden it just shuts off forever.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, maybe they put you on servers and they have a whole bunch of different ways to filter you through the servers on which server you get on. And some servers are on a lot more than others. And I'm like, you know, as crazy as that sounds, it is so real. Like it seems so real, you know,
Yeah.
if you really think about the patterns of it. I know that's probably not likely, but I don't know. I'm like, well,
Well,
they
and like Tara's husband Jim, you know, they don't believe in the Cassini algorithm, you know.
I almost feel like the server thing would be more realistic than the casino,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
Just with how it shuts off and just shuts on, it seems like. I don't know.
Mhm.
Don't know. I mean, obviously, there's things that'll bump you,
Sure.
logically, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I knew, because if I knew, I'd be rich.
Ain't that the truth?
I knew the truth.
Hmm. Let's see what the chat's saying. Hemorrhoid talk, huh? Wow.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
know.
he didn't mow. He's going to make dinner. I'm just kidding. I'm dreaming. I'm over here dreaming. That's the thoughts that go through my head. Well, maybe he can make dinner since he didn't mow. No, he would if I asked him. I never ask him. I just kind of things just happen.
Oh.
And it almost seems like with the whole server thing, we also say that because it also seems like when for a while there, mine would I'd start selling a lot at the same time my mom did. So I don't know. It's very odd. And we live like she lives right down the street from me, so oh whoa. I didn't know Pink by Victoria's Secret collabed with people.
I didn't know that either.
It says Pink Victoria's Secret with Fifth and Ocean Clothing LLC. It's a Jayhawks pink
Uh-huh.
tank top.
Hmm.
Interesting.
So I think I'm going to go ahead. No, I'm paying attention to you, Silver Stacker. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap the show up here pretty soon. But Jessica, like when I close the show, you don't have to get off here. You can just stay on.
Okay.
If you want. And
Well, whatever. I mean,
So-
are you going to be on, or are you going to?
I'm gonna stop the live show,
Right.
and then if you just stay on, then it won't be recorded.
Okay.
But you can just still. Sometimes we just keep it open, and you can still talk and stay on and everything.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we'll still be working here and everything. So.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down for today, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. And have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.